up, and then Can't Buy Me Love. All right. And so today, the crew that I have with me is Reese, Sean, and Johnny. All righty. And so if you would like to be a member of the crew, you can always join. Just hit that subscribe button. And there you are. You're a member of the crew. All righty. So let's just jump right on in. So today's episode again was Can't Buy Me Love. It started out with Nicole and Deontay. So it shows Deontay, he's by himself, and he's kind of discussing some of his feelings. How his heart got shattered. He thought Nicole was the one, and he heads over to the gym to go meet his friend Derek. I love Derek. I love Derek. I just wish Deontay would listen to Derek. That's my thing. But he's a good friend to him. He's honest with him. And so, on his way to the gym, he was also discussing how he cut off all his exes because Nicole told him exes are in the past. And so he feels some type of way that she's still communicating with her ex because I guess he went and stalked her social media and he figured out who that guy was. And it was her ex, of course, but we already knew that. And so he tells Derek about, apparently, this is the very next day. So he tells Derek about the night before. And Derek, he has some funny lines. At one point, he said, Deontay knows she's a hoe. She knows she's a hoe. Everybody knows she's a hoe. I love it. I loved it. I was like, yes, that's very, very true. And so while they're at the gym, Nicole calls him. And she's like, she really wants to talk to him or to meet up with him. And he's all desperate. I'll meet with you. You want to meet today? How about right now? Because I can stop everything right now. And so she tells him, no, I can't tonight, but how about tomorrow? And he agrees. And of course, Derek, is like, he needs to stop it. And he looks at Derek and is like, I can't help it if I love hard. And Derek says to Deontay, I can't help it that you're a dumbass. I loved it. I absolutely love that. All right. Do you guys have any thoughts about those scenes there?
No, I just wish Derek was in the ATL. I saw Derek's arms and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize he was so fit.
He was built like that. Yeah.
Hello, Derek.
Look at this, girl. Don't let me go outside and get the water hose for you.
That's what you see. I got thirsty. I had to drink.
Real thirsty.
So yeah, that's all I have to say. Shout out to Derek.
I agree. Like Derek is like he kept it real, and Deontay, if he just listens, but I think Deontay takes what he says into account. But we just know how he is. He can't let that girl go. But at least he honest with himself. He was like, I love that girl. I'm still gonna be stupid over her. So he was real about it.
Yeah.
Although I'm like he gotta know because I'd be like, nah, we don't wait till tomorrow. We gonna talk today or we don't talk at all. Mm-hmm. That'd be me.
He had to know she's up to no good. That's why she's saying tomorrow.
Because I would have took tomorrow as I'm finna go hang out with my dude again. Who would have known who she was really gonna hang out with? But I would assume she went back with her boy again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Sean, what did you think of those scenes?
Eric also said that the cookie. Everybody cookie, so I got cookie.
And you're over there literally eating the cookie, huh?
Well, I can't have no cookie too.
Right. Everybody else is getting a cookie except for Deontay. So you didn't want to be associated with Deontay.
True. Sean need to teach him a little something. At least he could get some cookie, but he chasing the wrong cookie. Chasing the wrong cookie.
Right.
Everybody knows she's a garden too.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look, not even fresh from the store. Used garden too.
She's one of those tacky ones. You walk in, it's hot pink, it's big, it's exaggerated out. That's the one.
Yeah, the dog's barking because the dog recognized a bar. A dog recognized.
Look, See that garden too? That's like the community one. Like there's one that like people like, hey, is that you done with that? Can I use it? That's
Okay.
Maybe he didn't like the cookie talk.
he was like, I ain't getting cookies.
I know, right? Where's my cookie?
Also, he said, because when the phone call and it's like, I'll meet up the next day. Yeah, you're right, Reese. I'd have been like, whoa, wait a minute. If we're gonna talk, we need to talk now. And I think the reason he called was to make sure the phone was still working.
Yeah, probably. Because you know what? You don't call somebody like, yeah, can I see you? Can I talk to you? And then like, oh, you know what? Let's do it tomorrow, or how about the weekend? Like, no, you clearly you should be talking to him now.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, very, very trifling. Very, very trifling if you ask me. Okay, so then she had like a scene by herself, you know, where she's getting in the bathtub and stuff. I was like, what? Is almost everything she does is sexualized, you know? Like you can have this conversation, have a confessional where you in a dark room like everybody else, but you got to be hanging over a bathtub, you know, making a bubble bath. And she's talking about how she misses her party days. And I'm like, that's what happens when you go to prison. When you have a baby or something, you don't get to continue to party. But I guess now it's party time for her again, I guess. Or
she's young though. She is young.
She is young.
That's what they do. But
yeah, and then then she revealed that she likes bad boys and bad girls, as well as she also revealed that she, you know, wasn't the happiest with the love making that she had.
Oh yeah.
Which here we go again. I just feel like people overshare certain things, and I feel like why would you say that when you don't know if he's gonna watch this episode? Maybe his mom might recognize you and start watching this episode. Is this really what you want to put out there for him? Like, what was the purpose of you saying that?
Maybe she don't want nobody else to want it. Like we were saying.
Maybe.
She's like, it was bad.
That could be true.
Because people probably saw because literally, I went and looked up his Facebook too. Or not Facebook, I looked up his Instagram or whatever it was, Facebook, one of them. And he was a handsome dude. So maybe she figured people probably looked him up and they were like, oh, he cute. So she had to come on and be like, oh, that was terrible. It wasn't what I thought. And it's been 4 years for me.
Yeah. I mean, it was, and it was crazy she was saying that because I was like, you've been with him before. So are you saying it wasn't as good as it used to be, or it's just never been?
No, she was basically, to me, comparing it to a woman.
Yeah, she was.
She's been sleeping with women. So you haven't slept with a man in 4 years. It didn't knock your socks off the way it used to because now you've slept with women. So that's why you saw her with, you know, Tia. I know you hadn't gotten there yet, but.
Oh, and then she also made a statement that just really got under my skin when she said she hopes that Deontay will work things out with her. Did y'all catch when she said it was like a little one-liner thing because she didn't elaborate on it? I was like, no, you're hoping that he'll still allow you to use him. That's what you're trying to do, girl. Come on, just be real with it. Come on with it. What you're trying to do. And so it turns out
I was about to say something.
Oh, go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say that one-liner that how she brought out that she hoped that Dante would work with her. Because I think she was saying that the sex was bad, so that he would be like, well, the sex was bad. Maybe she'll get with me and I'll give her the best time of her.
Yeah.
That's very true, too.
Yeah.
Very, very true. So it turns out she can't meet up with Deontay tonight because she is meeting up with Tia.
Who she wanted.
Yeah. So, okay, let me ask you guys. Who else was surprised by Tia? I guess the name alone. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Y'all know me with these voices, and I'm sorry. Don't look like a thug and talk like a baby. I was like, why is this the second one that came on here looking like you got the tattoos, the short hair? I'm like, okay, you butch, be butch. But she's like, hey. I'm like,
it was like hi, and then it was like muffled, like, hey, my name is Dan.
Yeah.
Like that. Like,
I was like,
and
she
then
sounded kind of slow.
and then
She does.
she
She didn't sound educated at all.
Yeah.
yeah, and then she has a girly girl sounding name. So I was almost thinking she was probably gonna be like a lipstick lesbian, but
I did
no.
too.
Yeah, I did too. I was
I
expecting.
was not expecting that at all.
Mm-mm.
I was
Mm-mm.
totally thrown. I was like, that should not be your name,
I
Tia.
like
Yeah.
some good voice either. Shoot, I'm mad at that voice.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
maybe we should come up with a new name for her because Tia is not it.
Tia ain't it. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it matched her voice, just not her face.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm mad about that. You know, first her mom's wife, the mom's wife made like, and I'm like, and I think, you know what I'm saying, they are what they are, but like the mom's wife, like she looked like she's gonna be a thug too. And I'm like, and she came out like, yeah, you doing him wrong. I'm like, huh? And then now Tia, I'm like, what is this? What? Then get a girly girl if you're gonna do that. Then like, if you don't get one that look like a man, it needs to at least be trying to sound a little more like not so timid.
Yeah. But it was definitely different watching her be so flirtatious with Tia in a way she has never been with Deontay. Never. They didn't even get food. They ended up going right immediately to the hotel. Yeah, where they did what they did, and again, like I said, she was giggly. She was just super sexualized around Tia. So, I mean, that was a little bit different. What did y'all think about some of that we saw there?
I was disappointed. I was well. I don't be wanting to see that stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna leave my comments to myself. I don't want to come off as something bad. So let me shut up. Because I'm like, I was like, yeah, no. And after the way she's done Deontay, I'm like, that's some trifling mess. Like you,
The trifling ass hoe.
yeah. I'm like, this dude done did everything.
I
And
can't.
everybody knows it.
She's horrible. I don't like her as a person. And then I thought it was funny when she was like, yeah, like I'm bougie. Bitch, you ain't bougie.
Yeah,
This new generation keeps changing up what the word bougie means. Bougie is not somebody who's in jail. Bougie, you're not bougie. You're nowhere near. So
Yeah, and
don't
then
claim that you are
a true bougie woman will have all of these things whether she has a man or not.
or
Her
not.
man just
Exactly.
helps, enhance what she has. But a bougie woman, she's gonna have it and she's gonna
She
have
gonna
that
have
on
it
her own.
regardless. Not
Right.
because you're sitting here lying and
And
scheming.
tricky. Yeah.
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 So she a trick more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a trick. Yeah, absolutely.
Bougie women aren't prostitutes.
Yeah,
But you know what? Is she really a prostitute? Because she actually hasn't given it up to the person actually giving her stuff, though.
that's what I was about to
That's
say.
that's the
Well,
crazy part
you're
about
right.
it.
You're right.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
that's the
You're right.
crazy part.
No,
She
she gives the people who give her nothing for free. You're right. She gives it
Mhm.
up
she
for free.
running behind Tia like Dante was running behind her.
Oh
She
my
Oh
god.
yes.
asked for a
Yeah.
kiss. Tia said no, and she's like, "Oh," and like,
You
okay,
know,
now you know
and
how
it
Dante felt."
yeah. And then it's funny, how she said that Tia lives in North Carolina, but she came in town to visit her. I was like, I wonder if you sent her some of Deontay's money to come.
She must
Probably.
have.
Cause
Probably
yeah,
had to.
yeah,
Well,
cause
I don't
she
know. Well, I guess could be because they didn't really show who paid for the drinks.
yeah, they didn't show that. And
So they
then
didn't show that part.
yeah, and then we saw her practically begging her to make an appearance. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I wouldn't put it past her for her to have paid for that little
Mhm.
rendezvous.
Yeah, so
Part of
that's
her $1,000.
hmm I was
Yeah.
like, girl, yeah, I'll get you a bus ticket and I'm gonna put you up in the Best Western. You're gonna love it. Come and see me.
Mhm.
Like, like,
Whatever.
Yeah,
but
she
yeah.
garbage.
So yeah, she is. She's definitely garbage. So our next couple that we saw was Doug and Rachel. Now I don't think they were on there last week, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, because we were talking about the son because he said "f you" to the
the
dad.
pilot.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so Doug says that he is officially on day 47 of freedom, which is weird watching these different
37.
couples and trying to figure out the time frames here. So Doug has been out for 47 days now.
30,
The longest he's been
37.
47, I'm sorry, 37 days. And so the longest he's been out was what was it, 40 days?
40.
40, right? Okay. And so he's acknowledging that he now realizes that little Dougie has expectations of him. And I guess he's gonna try to do his best to do better, which I can appreciate that. They're eating breakfast, and I don't know, maybe this was just me. I ended up feeling a little bad for Rachel. She cooked them a nice breakfast, made them bacon, eggs, and waffles, and they ate up all the bacon from the girl. And then when Doug got up from the table, he kissed her and told her, "Next time, make more bacon." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that made me mad.
This is not 1950, okay, Doug. You don't know. She just slaved hard for that breakfast for y'all, and y'all ate up everything from her.
See, first of all, I wouldn't have put it all out. See, that was her problem. I would have waited till it was all done, then put it out. Y'all ain't finna start eating half the breakfast while I'm still cooking. Forget that.
I was pissed by that. That totally, because I cook breakfast for my family at least once a week, and I would have been pissed if they ate up everything and didn't think to save me anything.
Yeah.
Well, is bacon one of the B's?
No.
Bologna.
It's bologna. Yeah.
No,
so
she should have fried his damn ass bologna.
Yeah.
I know, but the bacon out later. Like,
no, you eat bologna, sir. Me and your son eat bacon.
That's right.
Right. I'd even slice up the bologna like it's bacon.
I sure would. I was
y'all could be in a little thing like that.
Yeah. That was so wrong. I just felt that was so wrong. And and to me that was so unappreciative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because I thought they were going to have a nice little family moment there.
Yeah.
At the table and eat, so.
And then it didn't help that, like, the next scene where Rachel's talking, having her confessional moment, and she says, that she continues to have thoughts about what Doug's sister said to her, about Doug, dogging her out and things like that. So I was like, oh, like they just did that to you at breakfast, and now these thoughts are going back through your mind about him.
Right.
And she said, "Don't eat all the bacon too." That's what made me mad.
She did. She was like, "Save me some bacon," and they still.
Like she's trying to cook out. Y'all ate the bacon and ran. Like this woman cooking eggs.
Yeah. So by the time she sits down, y'all jumping up trying to run away from the table. Like,
and she got all these eggs. Was she supposed to eat all the eggs? Like y'all would sit down and eat these eggs too.
I've been. Man.
Yeah, that's what they would have started.
It would have taken one time for them to do something like that, and trust you me, they would all felt.
Oh yeah, because all those eggs they left behind, I would have put in a nice Tupperware. And when they asked, "Where's lunch in that Tupperware? Where's dinner in that Tupperware? Do we have any dessert in that?"
Okay,
Tupperware?
Mother Dearest.
Well, Mother Dearest. She should get them back for what they did to her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by getting them back, I'd be cooking you shit. You wouldn't get anything else.
That's it. That was good.
Now would you rather have your eggs or would you have?
Y'all wanted some breakfast? Oh, make it your damn self.
I rather eat the eggs every day than okay, I'm good.
See?
They'd be watching me eat gourmet breakfast while they're eating.
Mother Dearest ain't so bad now, huh?
Look, I bet you want those eggs out that Tupperware now, don't you?
I know. No.
Look, they're like, we hungry.
They would already know.
Some don't smell right at the table. Some don't smell. That ain't chocolate cake. The help.
Man,
from the help. That's what you got going on.
That's from the help. That's right. And they sure ate that pie. Had no idea what was in it, right?
Oh man, tore it up. Tore it up.
All right, note to self. Don't eat nothing after I made
Don't eat it.
I would just say, to be on the safe side, Sean, never take the last piece. if it's that chicken, that bacon, that pork chop. Because Johnny's gonna remember if you take that last piece.
I sure will.
Right.
I'd be smacking everybody hands around the table like she said, save her one.
That's right.
Save her one.
Look, while I'm at the refrigerator fighting everybody over the contents of the Tupperware. That's what I'm doing.
Yup.
Yep, that would be me. Absolutely. Well, I don't know if maybe he was being a little selfish that morning because he knew he was going to go buy her a ring. So Doug's friend came and picked him up, and they rode a motorcycle over to a jewelry store. Now, I don't know about you guys, but do y'all find it weird when two men are riding on a motorcycle together?
Yeah, okay. I thought I was tripping. I was like, was he holding on to him on the motorcycle? I totally was like, huh? And then I was like, maybe that's a different kind of thing. Maybe I saw something wrong, you know?
Yeah, Doug's big old butt was on the back of
his motorcycle, and he is holding him. He was leaning when he holding him.
Yeah,
I think he
got to.
I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was tripping for a minute there. Like,
see, I was tripping last week when his sister, I think it was Ashley, rode off and she was smoking a cigarette on the back of that Harley. Did y'all see her when they were pulling up?
Yeah,
and then
I can accept that more over what I saw today.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you just look. He was you jealous and had to go do the same thing she did? Want to make a scene? That was a bad scene to make.
But I don't know. Maybe guys do that. It just seemed odd and looked odd to me.
I don't know.
I don't know, Sean. You ride on the back of a bike with a man?
No. Take time before I ride on the bike with a back of a man.
Look, he said I walk beside that bike. I'm not getting. You drive slow. You should have brought a vehicle. This will take us a while.
Since he's been in prison so long, he didn't think anything of it.
Probably not for him. That was all right.
Yeah.
He probably like, I've done worse.
I know, right?
Oh my God. That was funny. Yeah. So they go to the jewelry store to go pick out an engagement ring for Rachel because he wants to propose to her again, out in the free world. And so while he's in there, he reveals that he has a job, but I'm still kind of getting the feeling he still didn't have enough to buy that ring. So I don't know. Maybe he financed it. Maybe his friend helped him, out with some money. And then I kind of get the feeling the ring he gave her also may not have been that $5,000 ring that he was looking at. Maybe
it wasn't.
It was nice though.
It was a pretty ring. I don't remember. I mean, I'm not a jeweler to know what size was what, but I think 1.5 carats is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and I'm not saying her ring wasn't big, but it didn't look like it
would have
was
been
1.5 carats. Yeah.
And the band might have been different too, because depending on if he kept the one with the diamonds in it or not,
Yeah, because I think he was looking at the ring sets that weren't, where you got to pick out your diamond and put them in there. Maybe that's what it looked like. They look
that's what he was looking at.
Yeah. So, but it still was a beautiful ring, and it still was a wonderful gesture.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he goes back home and he surprises her when she pulls up to the house. He jumps in the car and tells her to drive off, and the only thing he will tell her is that they're going to 8 Mile Road, and that's where he takes her, which is actually pretty. I don't know why I just had these images of 8 Mile Road
because of Eminem.
I guess so, yeah.
Even she like, what we gonna do on 8 Mile? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then her reaction when she pulled up, she's like, "Ah!" I was like, "Oh, okay, girl, you excited? I like that."
Like,
it was
this.
Yeah, so it was really
I thought
nice.
it was crazy when she was like, "Oh, are we gonna go have sex in the bathroom?"
Yeah.
So y'all just go random places and have sex in the bathroom?
Yeah. And it's like we've seen them together, but when they were walking, you could really tell the difference in their height. And I don't know, she looks a little bit like a little girl as they were walking, holding hands.
Yeah. I thought it was cute how he picked her up because you could tell she was so nervous about walking in the dog poop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Why
that
did
was
I think
cute.
I missed that? Oh.
Yeah, he picked her
Yeah,
up. He was like, it was too much poop for her, so he picked her up and walked
Uh-huh.
around it for her.
yeah. And then she was
Oh, I
like,
didn't
"Oh,
see
you're
that.
not scared to get poop on your Jordans?" I was like, "That's cute."
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I must have like not paid attention for a second. I didn't realize. I didn't hear that. That's
yeah,
cute.
that was cute. It was right
Yeah.
after he proposed again.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's like those moments, you're kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I still would have been
Yeah.
hot about breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Absolutely.
what? That ring might have changed it for me. I might have been like, you know what? I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna try that bacon thing one more time since you did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more time.
I,
You gonna get bacon. You getting some
yeah,
bacon? One more.
I would
Now
have
they
tried it in
eating, then
about
it would have went. I would have went back to my normal self.
maybe in about 3-4 months. I would have cooked again.
Mm.
The ring was nice because, like she said, he didn't have to do that.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He really didn't. He
Mhm.
absolutely did not have to do that. That's why I
And
said the
then
gesture was really cool.
it helped her insecurity too. You could tell,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna hope that it stays that way, but at
Yeah,
the
because he
end,
even
she was like, I trust him again because he went out his way to do that, and obviously he's serious. So I was
yeah.
like, that's sweet. That made it warmed my heart for a second. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
even still, like he even said, he's never asked. It's always been the women who attach themselves to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's never really asked anybody to marry him. So
That's
for him to
crazy.
really do it after he's already married, just kind
Yeah.
of, I think was
Hmm.
important and kind of proved his sister wrong. Everyone's judging him from who he was before, maybe you really haven't been able, because even his friend, and that's the
Mhm.
part that I'm sorry with friends kind of gets on my nerves. You always want to try and remember a person of who they are, so it's like you're constantly bringing back, oh well, you remember you don't really stick with one chick, you sure you want to do this? Like, why would you say
Yeah.
that when you see him here in a stage where he's never
Mhm.
been before? so
And
i thought
yeah.
so
Oh
I was
no.
annoyed by that, because I'm like,
But
really?
yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what part annoyed me about their conversation when Doug was like, "Well, I'm living in the suburbs now," and his friend was like, "But don't forget where you came from." What has he done that would? But also where he came from, he kind of needs to leave some of that behind. He needs to leave that
Mhm.
behind. Like
Yeah.
we've seen how toxic that is. So don't try to say something slick at him because he's trying to have a better life. So I didn't like his little hater friend. Sean,
No.
Well, I don't think.
help me
Well,
understand.
I don't think the friend is a hater. I think the friend was just speaking the truth because the friend knows exactly how Doug is. The sister a couple of weeks ago, she know how Doug is, and she put it
But
out there. And the
but
fact,
yeah, but she didn't do it in a hater way. I feel like the friend was being a little bit of a
nah,
hater, a little
I
bit.
don't think so. I think the friend was just more being realistic that
Yeah.
boy ain't never been faithful, and hopefully he would be faithful with this one, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think he was doing it like that because
Really?
when he had said about the when they had gave the price 5,500 or 5,100,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and he was like, "Are you sure?" And because and then Doug started having second thoughts right then and there. He was like, "Oh, am I really sure?" And I was like, "That's kind of crazy because you already married the woman. So why are you going to let your friend,
Right.
say, convince you or put doubt in your mind? Because it shouldn't be any doubt there because you already married the woman. Because the
Mhm.
Yeah.
how Doug is. So he's like, so are you sure you wants to do this because you wasting 5,100 and you know you ain't gonna be with that woman long. So I don't think it was hate. I think he was just trying to.
Okay, that's a different way to look at it. Okay, I can
Yeah,
see
that's
that.
solid. I saw it like that too. Cause
Really?
yeah, and I mean, and I try to be like, I want to be the one that's. I see what y'all are saying, cause that was like, don't bring it up because, like you said, like Sean said, he put doubt in his mind, or even put the idea that maybe you're right. But at the same time, as his friend, and this man ain't really got no money because he said he just got this job. But as his friend, it's like you really want to do this when 9 times out of 10, you, and you ain't gonna be with her, even though they already married. Like if I know you and I know you ain't been in a relationship longer than 10 days, like you didn't went and did this on a whim because you was in jail. You think you're in love, but make sure this is what you really gonna do before you spend that much money. So
Yeah.
that's how I saw it as a friend was trying to give him a heads up. Like, that's a lot of money to spend when you don't even know if you're gonna stay with this woman. But I'm glad that he still did something, because at the end of the day, she spent way more than 5,000 on him. So at the end of the day, whether he goes into debt with that ring, or and hopefully he didn't use her stuff to get it, but if he goes into debt with that ring, that's on him. But she did way more for him, so she deserved a $10,000 ring in my eyes.
Yes,
But
she
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm glad he still did something, because when he was thinking about it, I was like, oh shoot, he ain't gonna get her nothing now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, no, the hell he did it.
especially when y'all said that you didn't think that was the same ring. I was like, oh, maybe he didn't get a
I
ring.
still think he
Yeah,
spent
I
some
think
money
he-
though, because he got it from a
I think he
jeweler.
probably still spent $2,000 to $3,000, but I
Yeah.
don't think he got the ring that they were
Yeah.
talking about.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
He may have, but
He might have. I mean, like I said, I've never worn a ring, so I don't know. I'm only going based off of guessing and fantasy
Yeah,
shopping.
yeah, and then they didn't show a good shot of the ring, so I really couldn't tell. I
it
wanted
had
to
a
see
nice
the
size diamond.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah,
like it was a
but
nice.
it could be nice size looking because her hands are so small. She does have little hands,
True.
so that I mean,
Shout out
any
to little
kind of
hand
size.
people. We can still
I
rock
know,
little
right?
hands.
Any size ring looks bigger on her hands.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And I mean, and that's a plus though, because she, like I said,
Is
she
my
don't
ring
need to be
little?
crazy looking.
But
I know. Look, and you know what? You're right, because when I was married, we was broke, so we couldn't afford nothing for real. So we had a little pawn shop ring, and it actually was cute on my hand. Like that diamond was like, I was like, this is nice. And of course, we had to test it. 'Cause I like, it better be real too. The dude tested it, so showed it was real. But I was like, it's a cute little diamond. But when I look at it in the box, it's tiny. But on my finger, it actually did. It didn't look bad. I mean, you knew it with no expensive ring. But
Yeah, I got monstrous hands here. Maybe that's why I haven't been proposed to yet. They're like, I can't find a ring big enough for for them big old hands. Oh goodness!
they are like, she gonna want a big diamond, man.
Exactly. Little half carat ain't gonna work on her hand.
I did think it was funny the height, like you had brought up earlier, because when he got on his knees and they were still about the
Yeah, they were. She was
That was
barely taller than him. That's the part that, well, she must not have had on heels that day. And then I did also like, if I don't know if you guys paid attention to that too, how he was a little possessive over her because she was late. So he was annoyed, like, why are you taking so long? Where are you at? And she's like, I'm doing what I need to do to make us through, And he was like, well, aren't you supposed to be done? Shouldn't you have been here by now?
Oh, she was at lunch with her mom, she said. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it was? But he was totally not happy that it took her longer than what she said it would take her to come to the come back
over.
To
get him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took that he was that. Really like he had some nervousness. Yeah. About
yeah. I just thought it was cute. A little possessiveness there. Like, hey.
You know what I thought?
Hour, you took 2.
One of the things that had me kind of laughing was just how she acted, because I was like, man, she said she don't like surprises. Yeah, but it's like every 2 seconds she had something to say. It's like, where we going? Coordinates, please. 8 Mile. What's an 8 Mile? What could you show me about 8 Mile? Wait, where we going?
He said, you're gonna ruin the surprise. You're killing it. Just be quiet and go.
Even going, it was like, oh, this is pretty. Are we here for bathroom sex?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, I'm like, y'all like, here, give it a second.
But y'all know what? That's how I am. That's how I am. Like, I can't handle Christmas ourselves. I will beat you in the head trying to figure out what I got or what is going on.
She will. She is one of the one people I know that you can't even have a Christmas gift, and she'll tell you, you want to know what you got? And it's like, no. And she's like, you really don't want to know? I'm like, no. But she wants to know.
It is so hard because I'm one of those people, like when I have to buy Christmas gifts like 2 days before, because if I have it for a month, you're going to get it. I can't hold it. I can't do it. And I do that to her when I buy her something. It's like, I'm not going to tell her I buy it, but it better get here fast because I don't know how long I can hold my secret.
Oh my God, y'all are terrible. Y'all are both. Y'all Rachel 1 and 2.
Yeah, I can't. It's when somebody does it for me, it's not very often that happens. So I don't know how to just be like anxious about a surprise.
Oh, I
But
can
for
teach you.
me,
Look, she'll
for
teach you
me,
how to
like,
open it a little bit, peek in there. and
yeah,
close
for
it.
me, I like being so like, when my kids, like Aiden, my son, he loves giving me gifts or surprising me with stuff from school that he makes, and he'll have it wrapped up for me. So he's like me, Mommy, don't you want to open this today? Don't you want to open this today? No, Aiden, I don't get to open many things for Christmas, so I'd love to just wait till Christmas. But
Yeah.
it's driving him crazy, and of course, that's got to be the first thing I open.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I guess I passed it down.
How
Huh?
about me and Sean being the ones who can take surprises? Good job.
No.
Sean.
Man,
Yeah.
You can't either?
off on that one. I can't dap you off on that one.
Oh, you can't do it either?
I want to know now too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what? I like surprises. So, like, as long as I know I'm gonna get it, like,
Look, and then she be aggravating me because I'll be like, each one of us, let's open it. Because usually we do quite a few presents for each other. So I'm like, why don't you open up one of mine and I'll open one of yours? And she's like, no, we can wait till the morning. We can wait. I'm like,
I want to open as much as I can. Like, when you get grown, look, I know this is way off subject and this got nothing to do with our show, but when you get
Right.
grown, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, we don't get them
you don't get
anymore.
stuff. So I'm like, so when me and my family, it's a couple, as we get together, it's like, we'll buy a whole lot of stuff for each other. And I'm like, okay, the only person I worry about opening up first be my nephew, because I feel like he the youngest and he really wants you to see what he got. Then I'm like, now give me the boxes in the order that I'm gonna be extra surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I want it like that. Like, that's my only
she's like
thing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want it in the order. And I don't want you to open yours except the order I want you to open them in too. Because I'm like, don't open that big one and it's
And
like
she
what you
does that.
wanted.
Yeah.
And then you open the little one like it's some socks. I'm like, ah.
I try and, of course, I try and trick my kids with it. I'll put, I can't remember one time I did wrap. I had the big box and it was empty. And so they were kind of like, but in it was what they really, really wanted. Like, let's say it was an Xbox or something like that. It was like, oh, wow, or it'd be empty and I had it already hooked up for them or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But it's fun trying to do it for other people. But for myself, like I said, I'll just be like, I'm a control freak. I can't. I have to have control. I can't. It's hard to take that.
Look, you have to have a lot of control if I sent you a gift, because if I'm not in person, it's gonna come through Amazon or something.
Yeah,
you got 3 gifts coming. Check the mail today, and don't.
I'll be trying to figure out your password for Amazon to see what it is you ordered.
Oh, look, I have figured out her password for Amazon. I will give it to you.
Yeah, so I'd be like, Nene, she actually said she got me some. What is it?
I'd be like, well, yesterday she did order this. Does it sound like your gift?
I'm like, okay, I'll let her. I won't tell her I know what it is. I'll be surprised when it comes in.
Yeah, because I got to be on the phone and I'll be like, hey, make sure you open the little one first, open the envelope second.
Yeah, look, the box isn't even there yet, and she's FaceTiming. Hey, you got your present yet? You ready to open it up? And I'm like, it's not here yet.
That sounds like Sean, man. That sounds like Sean.
That sounds like Sean.
Yeah. That sounds like Sean.
As soon as the box get here, I'm opening it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm opening up the box on the porch. I don't even bring it in the house. It's even open up.
Look, she's talking to man that the scissors is to have it already open, so when you drop
Yeah,
it,
as soon as I hear that doorbell, I'm going to get my box cutter and I'm gonna open the door with my box cutter. Yeah,
that's like I had bought Nene a gift for her birthday. It was a couple weeks after her birthday, but I gave it to her because I really don't know what to get her sometimes. And so she's talking about how much she wanted this one thing. So I was like, okay, I can get that. And it came and we went out to eat. And I was like, as soon as she got in the car, here you go. And she's like, oh, thank you. I said, no, open it down. We'll make sure.
Yeah, you have your little dinner, and it's like a little.
I couldn't wait till
friendship dinner.
She had to open it in the car.
Look,
yeah. See, we were trying to go to a little shady lunch, but she made me open the gift before our shady lunch.
I did. Because I wanted to make sure she liked it.
Yeah.
And I knew she would be surprised by it too. So I was like, please open it now.
And she did. She got me the perfect gift. Love
Yeah.
it.
Speaking of perfect, that's the same thing he did, and I thought that was sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ring was perfect. Like, to me, for such a bad morning and that bad
Yeah.
experience with the family and all the things that she was feeling, like that was he. I don't know who told him to do that, but that was good.
Yeah, but that's how you can tell, like, when people start feeling so unappreciative, their
Mhm.
attitude changes, and you keep asking what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong.
Mhm.
Can't really tell you what's wrong. I just need to see something different, and you're just kind of adding to
Mhm.
your attitude is just not where it needs to be right now because I feel this way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like that was a great gesture, and I like that scene.
Yeah,
So
it
our
didn't.
next scene,
What'd you say?
Because it didn't last long. Because when the at the end in the car,
Boo. We want to live in the moment.
no,
let's
because
look at.
Boo.
the
Well,
social media thing. With the
yeah,
social media,
yeah,
she wanted to know
because
what's
yeah,
going
he had his phone. Yeah, he had his phone, and
Oh
he was
yeah,
looking at it. Mhm.
on.
I
You
Mm-hmm.
know
miss. I
what?
guess
Oh.
Was
I
you
Oh,
was
you
missing?
on that
saying
part,
so?
but
Okay,
I
because I thought he was talking about when he at the end credits for next week. I thought that's what you
yeah,
were talking about.
that
No,
too.
no, I want to
Whatever
talk
she
about
finds out,
Okay.
she gets
yeah.
mad, but she don't throw away the ring she gave him. She throws away the wedding
Yeah, I
ring.
did catch that.
Wait.
Yeah, she threw away the band, not the engagement ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to what she was throwing, but I was like, "You dummy! If you throw that ring
Yeah.
away,
Oh, I was looking
No,
I'd
because
have
I'm
been
like,
like,
girl, you don't
I'd have
do
been like, you
that.
know what? Forget this
no.
ring. Put that right in the box.
I
Close
know,
that
right?
box. Put that in my pocket because you ain't taking it with you.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna get my
Yeah.
money back on this ring then. Shoot.
Mhm.
Yeah. I didn't quite get the social media thing. I know he said he was
Yeah.
laughing at something on social media,
Yeah.
but I couldn't
Yeah.
really make that it was something that, you know,
He ain't want to
like
share.
flirting or something. Like just
True.
I was laughing at a TikTok or a video
Because you would
posted
share
on
that.
Facebook.
You would
Yeah.
share it if it was funny. Like I make my mom watch a TikTok all the time. And then when my homegirl was here recently, every time I had one, I'm like, look at this. And I'm like, you might not think it's funny, but look at this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I do it. Heck, I do it, and I'm a couple of states away from Reese, and
True.
I'll be
She
sending
called
her
me.
stuff, and I call her on the phone. I'm like, hey, did you watch what I just sent you?
She did. And then I got to look at it and then call her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess I don't know. I'm not really big on the whole social media jealousy
But
thing. I don't get
yeah,
it with that.
but you know what? When that scene happened, it also made me think about, her insecurity about what Doug's sister said is
Mhm.
coming back
Yeah.
right now. So that's probably why she felt a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Sean, our next scene was your boy.
Yes, my boy. Y'all owe me an apology. That's what y'all owe. That's right.
No.
Where's your jacket?
Yeah,
Nene.
where's your singing jacket?
Nah, I couldn't put it on because I ain't like the way she doing my boy. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
It's not cool. I
Hey,
can't put it on. Mm-mm.
well, I understand. So we had Stan and
Since
Lisa.
you asked, I might as well put it on because you
Ah,
asked.
Okay.
wait a minute. I was there the whole
Don't
time.
forget your shoulder pads.
But I wanted to put it on, but since you asked,
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Now
all
we
right,
can talk
all right.
about Stan.
That's right.
Too bad it don't go with your shirt this time.
What
I'm
you
a
think?
hater.
Uh-huh.
Too bad it don't go with your shirt this time. I'm a hater.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if this is the first time you watched us, yes, we be shady. We're even shady to each other sometimes. So that's what this
Mhm.
is right now. Just a little
Yeah.
shade.
Yeah, because he know none of us.
yeah.
feeling
That's all it is.
still.
They jealous. They jealous because they can't rock the jacket like
True.
That's all it is.
True.
Okay.
Put my shoulders up. Put my shoulders down.
Yeah. That's what you
Oh, you put your shoulder
pads.
pads in.
I'm gonna keep my shoulders up for Nene. Yeah, For the
Can't do it
So,
for
yeah.
too long.
Okay, so we were just talking about breakfast food, and so then we roll into Stan and Lisa. So Stan, the man, says he doesn't know how to cook eggs. How are you 100 years old and you don't know how to cook scrambled
I'm
eggs?
saying the
A fried
easiest
egg,
thing to cook.
a boiled egg. Like, what? There's so many ways to make an
he
egg.
could have boiled the egg, and that would have went with the fruit and the toast still. Like, no, but I bet his boiled egg would have been bad.
Yeah, he'd have burnt the house down.
Yeah, he would have.
Probably.
Dude, put it on a pot, put it on that little grill. He could probably do
that. I've boiled eggs before, so it's possible. It's possible.
Because he did not win any points with me with that. He did not. So he made her a little breakfast and took it to her up in bed, and they start talking about going car shopping. So,
what about the flowers? Did he win points with the flowers?
He did. He had flowers on the bed.
You know what? The presentation was good.
Yeah, the presentation was good. Yeah,
that's right.
Because he's still missing eggs.
He's the man. That's right.
I'm looking at this square like whatever the square like whatever.
Yes, and so Stan is saying if he buys this car, he wants some certainty from her about their relationship, because apparently he has purchased a car for someone else in the past, and she immediately disappeared.
They got in and drove away. I'm sorry. That's some Nicole type stuff, man. That's some Nicole type stuff.
I can see Jeff doing that. You know what? I can see Jeff doing that too.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff's still on house arrest though, so he can't. He won't do it until after. But that's definitely a Nicole type move. I was like,
it tripped me out because Lisa was like, "How long? How long did the relationship last before the person joined?"
Yeah. She wanted to make sure she at least
at least right. Yeah, I'm trying to think Nicole and Lisa are related. That must be her auntie.
But I would give it to Lisa. Like, she gave it up. Well, I don't know what she gave up. I don't know what happened, but she at least fulfilled his needs after he's done what he's done. And which to me, I feel like he ain't did as much. Like,
he did so much more. Because she ended up realizing she had to do the things in order to get what she wants. But he's already paid because he even said that he paid $3,000 to $3,500 to clear her ticket so she can get her license.
Get her license.
He did that.
And then he was fixing to cough up another $4,000 or $5,000 to get her this car. So I think he's
he really cashing out that license.
You know what? I'll also give it to her that she is getting, I feel like, a little bit under the stick because he is cooperating a little bit better. Like when he told her he's going to get her the car, but he's going to put the car in her name, which I was like, yes, that car needs to be in your name. So he can't take it. Because I can see Stan, they drive to his house and he put her out and then drive off.
No, not until she starts paying for it. No, I would keep it in my name until she starts paying for it.
Exactly. Because
but what I'm saying from Lisa's perspective, the best thing is for her to have it in her name. So then if she needs to leave him, he acts crazy, then he can't say she stole the car or take the car away from her. Like from a gold digger perspective, she's leaning on that side. And then on top of that, she knows if she puts him in the straitjacket in the right way, if she can't pay that car note, he's going to pay it.
Yeah.
Either way.
Or is she not going to...
I don't know if y'all paid attention.
Milk him. She ain't gonna milk him no more.
Yep. Oh, she milks them. Did you?
She ain't gonna milk him no more if he don't pay.
No, I'm saying like she said she went right to
maybe
the
I
point.
Shouldn't do that. I don't know.
Remember when I said a couple weeks ago that I would take the dildo and blah, blah, blah? That's exactly what she did because the first thing she asked him was how was his ass.
True. You ain't catch
what? She talked about milking.
I heard her say something like that. But she said something about I put it in the straitjacket and he took everything I gave him. That's what she said. You remember that? She said he took everything I gave him.
She took everything. He took everything I gave him, and she talked about milking his prostate.
Yep.
I was like, well, maybe I've been doing things wrong. I need to learn how to milk a prostate.
hey, that might be the key to a ring.
That's what I need to do to get some people to pay on my car and give me what I want. That I need to learn how to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, so she might not even have to do much. If she was doing all that to him, she might not even have to do anything other
I
than
don't think
do
she
that.
physically active. It from what it sounds like, it's more of a dominatrix relationship, and I don't think she really sleeps with him. I think she does things to him, and therefore he's satisfied because he's getting everything he wants with
And she
somebody
gets
who's
what she
actually willing
needs.
to do it.
Yeah.
But I thought that was too funny when she first thing she said when she saw him, "How's your ass?"
That's that sugar daddy relationship that no, that takes it too far. Cause I used to joke and say I wanted one, but I was like, I want one that don't want to do nothing but just like you sit on his lap and give him a couple kisses on the cheek, and he feel good.
Oh, you want a Deontay?
True.
Can we just have a happy medium?
Now they look nowadays. These new school ones want you to milk prostates. I don't like
Girl,
that.
I was
I
like,
like that. Sugar daddies ain't what they used to be.
But you know what? I think I've been thinking about this wrong. I keep thinking I need to get an older man, and then let him be my sugar daddy. No, you got to get him young. See, Deontay, he's growing into his sugar daddiness. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, he's doing it too
he's not
young.
paying any car notes, but he'll get your hair done. He get your shoes, get your weave done. He'll do all those things. So he can. He's in training. Yeah.
True.
One day he's gonna make an excellent sugar daddy.
He
he
is.
will when he gets older.
Yeah.
But hopefully he'll
He's doing it
learn.
wrong right now though.
Hopefully he'll learn like Stan. You have to get it first before
Yeah.
you pay out.
Yeah.
But
Stan
once
like-
Stan got it, Stan trying to get a car. Well, I got 10 to 12,000 to put down. I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah. So the more
Look
she
that
milks that
prosperous.
prostate, the more he'll start paying.
Yeah. She must not have milked it enough because he said he only put 3 to 4 down. But I mean,
No, he paid because he had just paid the $3,500 for her tickets,
True.
and then he said he was going to do $4,000 to $5,000.
True.
I guess he was hoping to take it low enough so she could afford to pay for the car.
Yeah.
for
Which
her
he
credit.
should, because he said it was like 13,000. If he put 5,000, that makes it pretty reasonable.
8,000 finance.
Yeah.
If it's financing under his credit, I'm thinking she can get about
But you know what?
$100.
I'm pretty sure he'll co-sign if she
I
can
don't
make
know.
it.
He's stupid if he do, but
Yeah, I hope-
You don't think he will?
he might have to because she don't have a license. Can you buy a car without a license?
Well, they
Usually
say
no.
you can, but because I had looked it up, and I'm saying there's a lot of
Oh,
other
okay.
stuff that goes with it. So I was like, oh, okay, so it's possible.
But something else I was
Yeah,
thinking about was
co-sign.
how was she going to get it in her name if she doesn't have a job? Usually,
Yeah, that's what I
one
didn't
of the-
understand. I guess
Yeah.
that's that.
Hey,
Yeah, we don't know about that. We were like, how does it work?
Yeah,
Don't
we
you
don't know.
like-
We don't know
don't you
nothing.
use this?
I
Don't
We
you
don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, we only know this. We're like,
That's
yeah,
all we know.
I'm like, you can get a car note without a job. I have to have 2, 3 jobs to get
I
a
know,
car.
right?
they know the last
I had
7
to
years
have
worth of
Texas
taxes.
to give up my firstborn.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they,
5 co-signers.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. And the
Mm.
crazy
With
like
multiple
$2,000.
down payments.
Yeah.
And then we had to do multiple down payments.
Yeah.
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 Look, the car cost $2,000. They didn't gave me a 50% APR. I'm like, what?
Next time, y'all, we need to go with one of those.
Yeah, have them
See what
purchase
we get
it
for
first,
that.
then pass it down.
Look, I wonder if I
That's
can
how it
rent
works.
one. I wonder if I can rent one of those to take with me there.
Probably.
As my face card. Yeah.
They might need to come up with that. You know what? That would be so awesome if we came
Oh,
up
that'd
with
be
that
the
kind of
biggest come up
service.
for them.
Oh,
Yeah, we
and
need to come up with a service like that. Rent out a.
then did y'all catch what that
Right.
salesman had said? He was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
is this your dad?"
Yeah,
And he was like, "No, I'm the
No, I'm the
boyfriend." And then the
boyfriend.
salesman said, "Oh, I'll go home with you."
I know.
I'm like,
That's what he said
3,200.
he paid.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
he
he
paid
said.
$3,200 for them tickets. He's like, yeah, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Shoot,
Like,
I'm ready
he
to come
paid
to
that
the
and took her to the lot. Mhm.
But it's
I'll come hang
more-
out, but I couldn't stay at that house though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
I'll
would-
hang out. I'll hang
I
out.
make him get a B Airbnb for us.
Yeah, we got to because her hotels was nicer than his house. Sorry.
yeah. And then I'm still thinking more and more that he is not as rich as he says he is, because again, a rich person wouldn't be counting the dollars.
We figured it out.
Charlie's
We
not
figured it out.
hard.
Yeah.
We figured it out. We figured he has
Yes,
a
we
life
did.
insurance policy that's worth $1 million. And so if he dies, yeah, they're gonna get that $1 million because it's a life insurance policy. But what they don't realize, ding, 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 this is a little note for everybody. You don't want whole life because
Yeah, if you got that whole life policy, he can borrow against it. And if he doesn't pay that money back, those girls don't get all that money.
No,
that's
he's
what I
gonna
think
mess
is going
around.
on.
They're gonna be getting $200,000 because he keeps digging into that policy to buy her stuff. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we have deducted. Must be what's going on. Stan is a millionaire because he has $1 million whole life policy.
Ah,
yes.
That's
what
sense.
we figured out.
And he can tap into it now.
He got money with stocks. He just got a Robinhood account. He ain't got no big
account. Because the fact that he's counting dollars again goes to show he's not as well off as he's making it out to be.
Right.
Counting the money because he don't want Lisa to take advantage of the situation. You know, so he got to make sure. I don't know.
And she thinks it's hard to access that money. Well, sometimes accessing that whole life money can be a little tricky. All the paperwork. He has to have his good reading glasses on to read all the fine lines. So sometimes that can be a little tricky. Yeah.
You know what probably happened is he's taking out a certain amount. Hey, what y'all doing now?
How'd you
I did that on accident. I don't know how.
I don't know how to exit on the top.
I'm like, I ain't know what happened.
Oh, I'm like, what did you made action?
Uh-oh.
Let me add him back.
Stop playing. Stop playing. No. I'm about to leave. We're not. So
you're about to leave, Reese.
Well, I want to go to the bottom.
I don't like it on top.
It's weird. No, that's cool. Hey, Santa, or hey, Johnny, you up here with me now?
I
know, right? So what I do like, what I believe is he's probably already taken out a loan, and he has to count his money because he can't go over the amount he took out because
you don't want to access it again.
Yeah, he was like, man, it's fees when I take out now.
That's too funny.
He doesn't want to pay it back, so he's like, this is it.
He don't want to spend all that money knowing he's not getting anything out of the deal.
Yeah, because
keep the milking going. So
true. And to me, like the amount that he said he giving everybody don't add up anyways. If he only has 2 daughters, he only talks about like 75% of that money. So 25% he got in hand.
He probably has in hand. You're right.
He took a loan out, got that out.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. That's what makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they can get that other last bit when he died, but shoot, she might get it before they get it.
Yeah. But she's good because you saw her text message. See, there you go with the phones again.
Oh yes. So she was texting with somebody while she was at the car dealership. You know, they were asking when will they see her, and she's like, soon. I'm about to get a ride, and they're like. They said, good, get that money. And they had money bags going. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they said work it.
Yeah, that's what they said, work it. Yeah. And then did y'all catch that Stan kept asking her about marriage?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to be a gold digger, at least be a good gold digger. Act like you're going to marry him. Mm-hmm. Lisa's like, well, I don't know. We're going to have to see. And I'm already married and this and that. She won't give him a straight answer.
Man, let's just do pay for these divorces. Yeah. You got 2, I don't know, but.
Yeah, she's like, let's just take it a day at a time.
I'd say get them divorces out the way first.
Right, that's what he said.
At least be free. Yeah, at least be free. But I guess some divorces keep her with an excuse not to marry him, so I don't know.
Yeah.
When it comes to paying the $5,000, I said, well, let's take it a day at a time. No, because I wouldn't for that car.
He knows she's gonna dip. She's gonna dip.
Yeah, he need that prostate milk.
Yeah, and he had fun.
Whatever that is.
So Yeah, so he had fun. So
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
He couldn't even remember how to cook eggs. He had so much fun.
Is that why he couldn't cook the eggs?
Nah, he just couldn't cook. But that dude made a whole steak and asparagus. I think he should be able to cook eggs. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, though, I can't eat everybody's eggs. Some people like their eggs a little scrambled, runny, raw, and I don't. Not everybody's eggs I can eat. So
I'm with you. I don't particularly like everybody's eggs, but I like my own eggs.
Yeah, I can eat my eggs.
It's the seasoning for me.
Yeah, my son, he knows how to make my eggs, so I don't eat everybody's eggs.
Yeah.
So I can't say I would have been too upset if he hadn't cooked eggs.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm picky about food anyway. I really get nervous about people cooking for me.
I know he had that dollop of jelly. I'm like, you gotta put more jelly on that for me, man. What you gonna do with that jelly? Like, what? Look, we back on that breakfast. Okay, because the setup was pretty though. It looked nice when he brought it in.
It's still a nice gesture.
Yeah.
The thought that counts, right?
But I'm mad. He's like, I know how to make fruit. I'm like, you open it out the container. You ain't making nothing. Like, he at least cutting it up. Like,
he didn't cut it up. It was cut up in that container. Yeah.
2 days ago.
No, whatever. He got that from Publix. I know that container. Walmart or Publix?
Probably Walmart. I don't think there's a Publix in Missouri.
It probably was Walmart because knowing Stan, he ain't gonna go to Publix anyways. If there was one,
it's too, unless it's buy one get one.
Stan looks like. Let's kind of discuss that. What stores do y'all think Stan shops at? I think Save-A-Lot, Piggly Wiggly, Food Depot,
Ingles,
Ingles. He's an avid shopper at Dollar General, Family Dollar, and the Dollar Tree.
Yep. That's where he got them little raggedy wine glasses he had. He even get cute ones at Family Dollar, like.
Because I like the Dollar Tree, I like Family Dollar.
You can get cute stuff.
You can. I won't act like I don't go in there. Am I an avid shopper in these places?
No.
I wouldn't say that. No.
What?
I think you go there from time to time. Yes.
No, I will go for. I go for some little like quick little things if there's one in the area, you know what I'm saying? And like I need to get a card for somebody and I don't feel like going all the way into Walmart or into Publix or wherever I have to go all the way to the back. I'm like, you walk right in there and it's right there. And it's a cheap card and I get it quick and you get more money because I had to spend so much on your card. But the other thing for me is that if you go to the right ones, some of them do have some cute like dish things. And you can get like spatulas, all that for cheap. And I'm like, so instead of going and paying $3, you can pay for $1 and it's the same spatula. So I'm like, it ain't bad. It's just, I'm not going to go in there every day for all my needs. No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And all my shopping trips. Because there are people who all their shopping trips, they literally go there. Yeah.
Stan?
I think Stan does that. Yeah, absolutely.
And he get the, put your hand down. You ain't got to admit everything.
So much.
You ain't got to admit everything now.
Yeah, I can see Stan probably bought his jacket out of Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sean.
That's why I'm shocked when he said he had no eggs and bacon. They got some at the Dollar General.
They do, actually. They do. That's crazy.
I don't trust it at Dollar General, though. They're milk, egg, and cheese. I can't get down with that.
No, only thing I can get out their refrigerator is a drink. So I want to get a soda because I'm in here and there's some soda or some juice in there. I'll do that.
Look, I'm even skeptical of their ice cream. I won't buy ice cream out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I know kind of sounds crazy.
Ice cream scares me, but
the only reason why it scares me because one time I went in there and their freezer was, I guess overnight it had tore up, and so I saw the ice cream dripping down inside the freezer.
They're supposed to take that out.
I think it was like when the store first opened.
Sell food.
Yeah, that's like Big Lots. I'm not buying like
food.
I may buy like some snacks out of there, but I'm not buying any.
How about seasonings from there?
Well, I'm gonna have all y'all over, and I'm gonna cook on my little bitty grill the food that I got from the Dollar General.
Oh, I'm not eating
the difference. Y'all won't even know the difference.
Yeah, we will. I'll just bring some stuff from Publix and just say,
No,
here,
I
you
don't
can
want
cook
you to
this.
bring nothing. You don't bring nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring you a nice fruit tray.
Everybody else can bring something. You don't bring nothing.
It would be in the package.
Can I not bring the fruit tray?
Mm-mm.
Can I not?
I don't want
Oh, no, just Johnny came.
Just me.
I
He
can't
said
bring
he don't
nothing.
trust my food.
Mm-mm.
You know, I have to remember how when I said I didn't mean literal shit, I meant like shit.
Like you ain't making nothing.
Yeah.
You ain't making nothing else.
Yeah.
So I just played with it because y'all turned it into that, but that is really not what I meant. I'd be devastated if I used poop in my kitchen.
Ugh. Yeah, that's like cleaning the toy in the dishwasher. You just don't do it.
Yeah,
don't
you
put that in
don't
your
do
kitchen.
it. Some things you just
Don't
don't
do that. Yeah.
Cause you got to throw away all them dishes.
All of
Yeah.
it. Hell,
But I
have to
wonder
replace
if his
the sink
mom
after
knew.
that.
If his mom did?
that he was cleaning it in the dishwasher because she knew about the toy.
I don't think she could have, because us black women, we're not playing that kind of games. So I think if she knew, she would have been like, is this a brand new dish? Because I know what she be doing with that dishwasher, boy. I think his mom would have.
You know what? Well, she found out that day when she watched it.
Well, yeah.
But I don't know if it's allowed to be saying, but you know that interview that you talked about last week. Can I just say something he said?
Yeah. Okay. So
He-
Reese is referring to an interview that Sherelle's World did with Deontay. So that's what we're referring back to. So I want to give Sherelle's
shout out to
World.
Sherelle's World.
Mhm.
So she did do an interview with him, and he said he was like, "Don't do, don't take shots and then go on TV and do like and shoot a scene." He said because he was actually drunk, and he was like, "That's not how he usually does it." He said he doesn't usually do that. He said he was like he was drunk and he just was like, man, whatever, and throw it in the dishwasher, clean it. He said that's not how he usually does it. So
But
I'm gonna just take the word and think that he's not as crazy as we make him out to be on the show. I think dude is a sane man because I mean he makes apparently good money and got a decent apartment. But yeah, I was like, so I could understand he did something stupid when he was drunk. If that's the truth, then I can look past this, but I'm still gonna make fun of it.
But you know something? Now, this is just me. When I'm drunk, the things that I do, it's just normal things that I do, maybe a little bit more sillier or whatever, So if I didn't normally put the torso in there when I'm drunk, that's not something I would have done. I mean, that's just me, but maybe that was what was going on with him. He lost his money. He decided to throw that torso in there. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate for the man because he said it. So I'm like, if that's what he said, I know Johnny. I know. She's so grossed out.
Yeah, I'm on it.
But
yeah,
I mean, if that's I mean, whatever. And if not, I mean, he nasty. If he doing it in his own house, we know don't drink his cups. Use only the paper cups.
Bring your own plate.
Yeah, because I don't know if he cleaning them paper cups. So yeah, you're right. Bring your own plate.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was. I need to
paper.
see it. I need to see it come out of the plastic.
Yeah,
I need to see it open.
Yeah,
that's the only way I'm gonna trust it. Only way.
Johnny, her face. I know that is nasty. It's like doing the poop in the pie. It's gross. You just don't. It's certain things you don't do. Certain things stay in certain places, and that's one of them.
Yeah, like I can't watch that movie anymore because of that comment. And
I just can't watch that scene. I just can't watch that scene. But
it's like I can't. It's like every time they were eating, I was like,
yeah,
are they eating shit?
I'm sorry. I enjoyed that scene because of the way they treat her is the same way they treated all of them back in that day. So I was like, eat
it. True.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's still a mental thing, like just knowing that they're eating it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I was wondering if they really were eating it, and maybe she made her think she was eating it.
No, that was supposed to be that she really did that.
Yeah, no, I was just like, ugh. But anyway, yeah, I just want to be clear on that. I don't know why I have to be clear. It's not like that's my name,
But that's one of the reasons why I don't eat pecan pie. because the way it looked. It just looked.
The pecan pie is like one of my favorite pies.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Don't try to ruin that for nobody, because I love that.
I just don't like pecans. I
I
didn't know
love
you guys
pecans
like
too.
pecan pies. Maybe
Yeah,
I can
but
make that for y'all for Christmas.
No. You know what I want when I come down there.
Yes.
The same thing I was mad about recently when I realized I'm like,
Alrighty,
y'all
guys.
throw that plug in there. You know, if she decides to go and do something with her desserts, y'all better hit her up, because they the bomb.
That she makes some really good desserts, guys. Absolutely. All right, so let's
Thank you, guys.
speak of somebody else making poor decisions. No, sorry, I'm not got in here. Anissa and Jeff was the next couple. Yes, old face Anissa.
Oh.
See, she remember when I said it that way, huh?
Yeah. It was like, who is that one? Who is that one?
Anissa and Jeff.
Yeah, so Anissa was standing on the porch in one of her old outfits, kind of getting on to Jeff about spending so much money from Amazon. He's been ordering all these Amazon packages. There's packages sitting on the front porch, and also apparently he's bought several drones.
It's spying on people.
Yeah. Yes, he's bought several of them. And so she says to Jeff, she was like, that drone cost several days of work for me. And he's just nonchalant about it. And she also mentions that he spent several thousands of dollars on her credit card. I'm sorry, Anissa is too old to be a victim. She's not a victim to me. You shouldn't be so naive at your age.
Why the hell does he have your credit card?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, really?
Exactly.
And how is it you allowed all this? So, and I mean, at the end of the day, was she really getting on him? It didn't sound like anybody, like she was mad. She's just,
you know what? It wasn't.
But you can see it.
You can tell she was aggravated. You could tell she was aggravated, but she wasn't like jumping in his face and doing all that toxic stuff. No, but you could tell like the way she was saying it was like, like keep having these boxes come, and then when she made the statement like, that's a couple of days of work for me. You could tell she was annoyed.
I couldn't tell. I was just like, I was sitting there too busy watching him do the drone thing, and I think that was his whole tone from it. Like, okay, I'm still playing with my drone. If you really, I mean, in her case, I was just like, dummy. Oh my gosh, you've known this man is using you. He's been using you. You've given him access to your freaking credit cards, and he's sitting here buying thousands and thousands of dollars. You didn't think to just stop it, put a cap on it, maybe just give him one of your cards that didn't have such a high balance. Like, he's not working. He's making no effort to want to go work. So what the hell you think he's gonna do?
True.
And then I loved how her friend Kevin, is it Kevin?
Kyle
came over trying to talk to him about money, and he was like, when it comes to money about my woman, you don't need to talk to me about it.
Yeah. And he was like, he's getting on my nerves, meddling in my business.
Like, I'm his ass. And then Kyle did the big move. He went and told her about the baby.
Well, right before that, right? So right before that, Kyle walks up to the house, and Anissa, she jumps up. She's like, "Hey, do you want some takeout?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she scurries off into the house. I was like, "See, you've been doing this for that man. Every time he come over, he thinks he's supposed to get a plate of food, and you're supposed to run off and go get it for him." Why?
Then it was funny because how she said pay the rent. So then I was like, y'all have a joint property. So that means he had to go out of his way to find somebody who rented behind you so he could rent the property next to you. Because I thought it was just like their land, Yeah. But she said rent. So then he's really gone out of his way to make sure he's a part
of his property.
I don't know.
Is she renting on?
She said it could be his property, maybe, but I don't know. She's renting it. She just said rent, so I was just like, huh. It just made me think about all that he goes through to make sure he's close to her.
Mm-hmm.
But I did
Yeah.
love how he told about the kid.
Yeah, and so he did tell the kid, and in that scene, I'm still looking at her like, what? I don't understand. So he tells Anissa a secret that Jeff has told him, that he has an 18-year-old child, which would make the child older than their relationship. So she doesn't have a reason to be upset about it, but for some reason Jeff is hiding this from her. And so what bothered me was when he was telling her, and she was standing in the kitchen, she was like, "What am I supposed to do with this information?" I'm like, "Girl, don't act stupid. You know what you're supposed to do with this information. He just brought you some information. So what you need to do is sit on it, because technically, if this child is 18, you can't get mad about the child. Sit on the information, talk to Jeff, see if you can figure out and piece what you can together before he comes back to you with some lies. Like, there's no need for you to go running to Jeff like, well, Kyle just told me this and XYZ in the kitchen. That ain't how you play the move, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You sit back, you got the information, you sit back, and you have time now to figure out how you're going to react. I think it's more about how you're going to react, because we know you're not going to leave him. He has ditched you 2 times before, right? Or was it 3? 2 times before. So, and you took him back. He's not working. He thinks it's funny to joke with you that he has ordered Gucci jeans on your credit card. You know, so my thing is, I know she's not gonna leave. She's like Deontay. She ain't gonna leave Jeff alone. So I don't understand your statement. Well, what am I supposed to do with this? Nothing. You would do what you've been doing. Nothing. Hold on to your information. You got that ace in the hole. So then when Jeff comes out with his lies, you can be like, well, no, it's this and that and this and that.
Somebody needed some attention. Okay, we see you.
Told you guys, he acts like he's little. You see how big he is when he hops
Yeah. Mine's sitting over here scared because it's thundering out there.
Aww.
Yeah, so what did you think about all of this, Sean?
Well, when he came in with the money, she was complaining about the money being spent on the drones and stuff. I blame her, because when they first came to the house and she first brought him in the house and said that all this is yours, and they have the meat for the refrigerator, everything, all this is mine, Jeff. Everything is yours. So she should have let him know, like I had said, put a cap on that, or gave him one card and be like, here, this is yours. Spend it wisely, because I got to pay all the bills, and until you're able to work, because you can't leave the property for I don't know how long his probation is, and then you go and do something. And then with Jeff, Kyle the friend, I thought that was kind of shady, that he got upset and then he go run and tell Nisa that keeping the secret. But shout out to Joni, because last week you had said that
he did it.
And Kyle was like, oh, something ain't right. You don't have to. Why is he keeping it secret? Because 18 years is before y'all relationship. So either the math don't add up, and the kids younger than so and so. And that's the reason why. And if you got this secret, what else you got going on? But I can see why he did it, because that's his friend. He care about the friend. And how she was in the bed crying and all this stuff and don't want to come out. And so I was like, man, as a friend, you wants to tell your friend, but then again, you don't want to get in the middle of the relationship, because that can turn south and you wind up getting kicked to the curb.
Yeah.
All you was trying to do is help out your friend.
Yeah, I've learned that one time. It took one time to do that to a friend, and our friendship's never been the same. So I definitely understand that. But yeah, that's what I was saying last week. Like, it didn't make sense why he was trying to hide it. Like, that's why I felt like the baby's probably 4 or 5 from when he just got out.
Yeah, and then I don't know if y'all noticed it for the clip for next week, when apparently he gonna try to dump on
He said the baby.
He said the baby. Exactly. He was like, why did you tell her about the baby? I'm like, an 18-year-old is not a baby. I
Yep, I
did
knew where
catch
you was
that.
going with that. Yeah, I heard that too. I'm like, so it is a kid.
Mm.
So he might even be younger than that. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how? I don't know. I mean, we've
Well,
always known that they live a different lifestyle than us. So how he
maybe
was
he got
able to
some
have
conjugal visits.
conjugal.
Or,
Well, you're right
yeah.
because he won't marry Anissa, so maybe he is married. Aha, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Could be. Somehow though, that kid is somewhere between the ages of, like you said, 4 or 5 or younger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced of it now. I was like, when Kyle said that, I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I felt the same way, Sean. I was like, shout out to Johnny. Shout out to you too, because both of y'all was like, some math ain't adding up. And then the fact that he just caught on to that, you know what I'm saying? I like it. But what I didn't care for though is like, he went in there telling her, knowing that he was gonna tell her, and she was all like, tell me, and all this. So he did tell her, but I feel like she's not gonna respect the fact that even if he did it as your friend, oh snap, I'm on the bottom. So even if he did it as your friend, it's not. You know what? Sean ain't moved yet, huh?
No,
Uh-uh.
How did I
stop
keep
putting me in the
it?
front.
It's
Leave it, leave it, put it back and leave it.
well,
So
you didn't like being on the bottom. I was trying to move you.
no, I'm okay. But no, I was just like it. I feel like as one of her best friends. What you
Now
doing?
Sean has moved.
You messing me up. I don't want to talk about that. No, so as I still gonna keep talking. So as one of the best friends, you know what I'm saying, or as her best friend, the one who's been there, like sleeping with her, helping her when she was hurt, all of that stuff, eating the food,
Look, breaking her back.
breaking her back, all of that, you know what I'm saying, keeping tabs on her credit cards, he remembers what's being spent because he probably reminds her like, hey, that's 3,000. Remember your card was only 4,000. You got 1,000 left. I bet he's that deep in her
You know
business.
what? I'm pretty sure he is because you know what? Probably in the past when she has fallen short, Kyle probably broke her off some money. Yeah.
Probably. And I feel like she shouldn't, like, it looks like if by the clips of the next episode, she gonna go right and tell him right away, probably. And I don't think she should have did that because, that's gonna cause issues. Like, if anything, say something and kind of dig for it or do something. Don't just go out. I know, because if you feel like you can't trust him now, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if you don't say nothing, he'll give Kyle some more info. You know what I mean? But you run and say something, you just lost your little snitch. I'm like, that's to do it too quick. Now, if he had said, yeah, he got a brand new baby, I probably would have ran straight out there. Like, how you got a brand new baby? But the fact that he said 18 and we don't really know the age and, we need to do some more digging, that's what I would be doing.
Yeah.
But I feel like she gonna do Kyle dirty based off of that next clip.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk about what I saw, but she does him dirty because that dude about to tear Kyle up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
no one
exactly
can stop him. Yeah, because
Right.
he's like, well, you knew he was big, but I don't know. It's something about watching how he moves. You're just like, oh crap, poor Kyle.
And then
I still think
he also said he lost. Yeah, he said he lost his parents at a young age. So Jeff been in those streets.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to be getting into a fight with somebody that's been in the streets like that?
Kyle's a good old country boy. He can handle it.
Yeah, but
he's not used to it though. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
He might be that thoroughbred that just
bouncing back to stand his ground and chunk him one. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because he probably been mad holding in aggression for Anissa. So
yeah,
yeah, you stole my woman.
Oh yeah. Look, that's motive right there, boy. He might tear Jeff up. We be like,
I know. You been in there messing with my cookie jar.
I know.
You're like, now I gotta come over here and ask for food. I gotta walk over here every time she used to bring me the food.
Right.
Look, Kyle is mad because Kyle used to be in that house like Jeff is, feet propped up on the coffee table, drinking his Michelob's. See, that used to be his life. And then Jeff comes home from prison and he takes all that away. Kyle want to be over there playing dominoes on the front porch. That's what
Yeah,
he
Right.
wants.
yeah. Because he was hoping that Jeff would have not been at the bus stop, and that way he could have comforted Anissa. See, he did it to you again. Now let's go home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go home.
Yeah, I don't think he thought, well, I guess not. I guess you can't say that. He probably, and then again, I really hate they don't give us the timeline because we don't know how many days it's been either since Jeff told him that. So,
No.
did he hold it for a week? Did he hold it for a day? You know,
Yeah.
because you just know, well, obviously he didn't hold it for a day for him to have been able to spend thousands of dollars, but it would be cool to know how long he's held that secret before telling her because he pissed him off. Because to me, it only seemed like he told him because he
Because
doesn't respect the fact
Yeah.
that he's spending all that money.
yeah. So he like, how you gonna let him spend up your money when you can't even trust this dude?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is true. It's true.
And then Anissa was also putting him in their business because she was the one who told Kyle that, she was low on money.
Yeah, that he was.
She should have been telling him that.
She
Yeah,
told
she
Jeff
was telling
that.
Kyle that.
She told Kyle that, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
She should
why.
have been telling Jeff.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
she
she's
should've
getting a
been.
little low. Like, wait till payday for you buy something else, or or like let me know when you're doing this because
Well,
I don't
see
have the
that.
money to pay.
Well, see that furthers my scenario that Kyle has been breaking her off money when she needs it
Yeah.
because she's letting him know, money is low, so he knows when she comes to him needing some money that it's not the first time he's hearing this. She could be like, "You remember I told you a couple of weeks ago that I was low on funds."
Uh-huh.
True.
Mhm.
You didn't think about that?
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh,
Kyle getting
that.
played in the process too.
Mm-hmm. He is. He is. So, there was something else with that scene that I wanted to bring up. What
Oh,
about?
I didn't care for the fact that I know for a fact looking at that drone that wasn't cheap, and then it crashed in a tree. I hope he got that thing back down and it ain't broken because it's so easy to break those things. And I'm like,
Yep.
come on now, you ain't spent up her money just to break it in like not even
He
an hour.
doesn't care.
I know.
That's the whole thing. I think the part that I don't like him. Don't get me twisted with that.
Mhm.
But the part about him is he doesn't care. And
Mhm.
she
He doesn't.
knows, and she doesn't seem to try and make him care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
he's not, outside of keeping the kid thing a secret, it doesn't seem like he's been as deceitful like as Nicole. Like,
Yeah.
he's just kind of out there like, this is who I am. She knew I was using
Yeah.
her before. Now it's kind of like she's just letting me do what I want to do, which she
True.
Right.
is. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like the weirdest thing. Like, I just can't believe, I can't imagine just being that naive for 12 years or 11 years or 10 years,
Mhm.
however long she's been dating him. I just can't imagine being that naive for that long and letting him just take advantage of me like that. And I've already
Mhm.
spent $30,000 on his ass, and now he's spending up thousands now.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Just straight, he just don't care. So of course, if
Yeah.
he broke that drone, he don't care. He better go buy another one.
But that's
Wasn't
what
that
makes me
terrible?
kind of not like Anissa because it's like she's giving off this old innocent persona. And I think once Jeff does her wrong, she's going to try to be the victim. Like, oh, Jeff manipulated me. No, he has not.
He
Jeff has been
didn't.
Jeff. You have just turned a blind eye, and you're too
Mhm.
old to be turning a blind eye to
Yeah,
this.
no, you should know better. I mean, I don't feel the sympathy towards her like
Yeah.
I do with Deontay. You know, I
Mhm.
just feel like she's just letting this happen.
Yeah. She.
Deontay just feels like Nicole loves him. I,
Yeah.
there's nothing Jeff to me has done. And I don't even think she's really said that. Oh, he loves me. I don't recall really hearing all of that coming
Did he
from
ever say?
her. Huh?
Did he ever say I love you?
Yeah, I don't recall them ever saying him ever telling her that he loves her.
Oh, can
So
y'all
I
see
just
that on
think
the screen?
it's just funny. Like
Hmm.
I was trying to see if y'all could see it on the screen.
See what on the screen?
Okay, no, y'all keep on talking.
uh
Sorry.
yeah, I don't know. He's he just
Yeah,
don't care.
because they was in the
Yeah.
car talking about marriage.
Okay, so this is
Oh,
something that
hell no.
another YouTuber had pointed out on her page. I can't remember her name though. If I remember her name, I'll put her name down at the bottom. But Jeff has a GoFundMe for his teeth.
What?
Yes. So he
Wow.
has received
Letting raise.
$595 so far for it.
What does it say he trying to get
And
to?
22
so,
or
yeah,
200?
Yeah, a
Is
yeah,
that
long way to
I
go.
think that's
20,000?
2,000. I think that's 20,000.
'Got a
20,000?
long way to go.
But look, people are giving it to him. I'm telling y'all, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
do
how
a
long has this
GoFundMe.
been up? Because
Yeah, I gotta start
GoFundMe's will go quick.
I'm gonna just do a GoFundMe to say I want to go to Jamaica.
I mean, you
Pretty
can look.
much.
They're willing to. People are willing to give him money for his teeth. So I mean, why not?
Lord knows he needs them. It's so weird. Like over here, he's missing all the teeth, and then he's missing them all down here. I'm like, how can you chew?
Yeah. You got half on each side.
You got half on each side. I don't. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm doing a GoFundMe for a 23 Samsung Galaxy.
23 ain't even came out yet.
Hey, I got to start now.
That's
So
why he's got to start the money.
Why you want
I
the
can try and
23?
see how much. Hell, even if I get $200, I'll be grateful. That is crazy.
Hey, try to get 2 of them because I want one too.
Well,
we could just all do one, you know.
I know. See
Whatever
who,
our
who
wishes
can
is.
make. We can just come up with the saddest story and see who can get
Does
the
he
most
want
money.
$20,000 he wanted? Was
I'm
it
sorry.
20.
20,000 or
I think it was
2,000?
20.
Let me look at it.
I think it was 20.
Yes,
It looked like a
it's
few
20.
zeros.
He said
Yeah,
other
it's 20.
expenses. So
Or is there other stuff too?
it said teeth and other expenses. That's the only thing I could read.
Yeah.
He got to
Yeah,
get the pants.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest with you guys, he's actually an attractive guy. It's just the teeth throw you off when he opens that mouth. But without it, like even in that picture, he looks photogenic. I can say that. You know, sometimes you see people and they don't look anything like their picture.
They
So
still
if
together then too. Cool.
Yeah, so if y'all like, I can read y'all what it says his description is for.
Okay. Yeah, read what it says.
She says, I'm sorry, not she. He says, "Hi, this is Jeff. I have been incarcerated for most of my adult life. I lost most of my teeth due to drug use and a few altercations while being arrested. I have recently been released and have currently gone on a reality show called Love After Lockup. The focus of the show has not been about finding the love of my life, but the focus of the show has not, that doesn't make sense, has not been about finding the love of my life, but I have been the topic of memes on the internet for
Oh,
about
because
5
it's
years.
two.
And as you can see, it has affected my self-confidence, as if I had any to start with. I lost both of my parents at a young age, and I have lived on the street since losing them. I'm trying to live a sober life and learn to adjust to clean and drug-free environment." He, he's missing some words around here, so I keep having to go back, guys. So it's hard to do so with low self-esteem, and my teeth actually hurt. I don't have the money it would take to fix them, nor does my fiance. I have reached out to many dental schools with no callbacks, as well as my hometown dentist in Manchester, Kentucky, with no pro bono help from them, which I've done nothing for. I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to say. Which done nothing for. Oh, which I have done nothing for society to owe me anything, so I didn't expect that anyway. My cousin reached out on a Facebook Savage group and was directed to start a GoFundMe. I would love to be able to smile and not be made fun of. If you have it in your heart to donate to my dental fund, I would graciously accept and forever be grateful.
Oh.
I have never been anywhere nor traveled outside of my hometown till I got on this reality show. And I would love to make my state of Kentucky proud. I truly want to turn my life around. I feel like I can beat my drug addiction this time with the help of God and my beautiful fiance Anissa, my family, friends, and my fans. I have, for once in my life, something to look forward to instead of chasing a drug to get high. Please think about donating to help me get my teeth fixed. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Mm.
See, if he had used those thousands of dollars towards his teeth instead of drones, he'd have his teeth fixed.
So it could have been a down payment.
It sure should have.
Yeah.
That made me feel sad though.
That did make me feel sad. He wrote a very good story. See what I'm saying? You just come up with the best story you can and see how much money you can get.
But I think that's a good sign that they still together. But it means they ain't got married yet. That kind of sucks. Ain't it?
And then he said she was beautiful.
He did call her beautiful.
He called her beautiful.
He didn't mention how old face she is or how old she dresses.
I don't think he care about that. I think he do. I think he is attracted.
I do. I do, and I want others to know.
He's attracted to her.
I don't think you have, he's the kind of man to me that doesn't have to be attracted to do whatever.
Yeah. He looks like the type that would easily go get some hookers, and those hookers are so hot. Whatever.
Why y'all so mean? Why can't he just love that girl? Dang. Why can't he think she's beautiful? Kyle thinks she's beautiful.
Yeah, well,
obviously there's two men in the world that do think she's beautiful.
Look, Kyle has been sleeping with her for so long. Of course, he's gonna think that she's beautiful.
And the thing is, too, like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because I think I'm beautiful, but I've been called ugly. I'm sure ain't nobody on here that ain't experienced something like it. And so, yeah, if she want to think she's beautiful, let her think she's beautiful.
Well, no, I'm not saying that I don't want her.
Let him think she's beautiful.
I'm just saying I think it's very easy for him to think that she's beautiful. I mean, and then you got to think about it. If you're sleeping with somebody for years and years and years, of course that person is naturally attracted to you. Right?
I'm mad at Johnny's eyes still. I just poured my heart out and gave y'all a little piece of, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey,
I'm sorry. I was stuck on the word that you've been called ugly. I'm just sitting here like,
oh,
yeah, I never would have ever thought you'd be called ugly.
Yeah, I have.
And I'm sorry, you're a beautiful person, but I mean, she's not beautiful.
Well, I feel like, hey, I mean, I ain't for everybody, and everybody ain't for me, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I guess we can go ahead and move to our last couple, Brittany and Ray.
Oh, I forgot we didn't talk about them yet.
AKA the control master and her slave.
Puppet. Oh, slave.
Her puppet, I guess.
Slave is better because she always talking about how they think she got them locked up and naked and
Mm-hmm.
God, Brittany is just, somebody needs to beat her ass. Like she's
no. If that happened, they got to be on her schedule now because she's.
Yes, I will. You know what? I will schedule to come and beat her ass. She is just doggone ridiculous.
So what you gonna send her? Are you gonna send her a meeting invite with the title "Catch These Hands"?
Yeah. I need to practice, right? I've been punching on punching bags. Let me actually punch on a person.
show up with the gloves on too. Like, yeah.
See how this works.
She open up that door. You like, yeah, girl, yeah, let's go.
Like I got the rhythm.
No, she gonna say no. Left first. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she's just so annoying. I mean, I'm so sorry if the shoe were on the other foot. And I know I'm jumping ahead here because you haven't given the description.
You're right. I know what you're about to say because if Brittany was a man, everybody would swear she's being manipulated. He is toxic. He is trash. He is garbage. He's a low life. I'm sorry. His hairline is messed up. We see all this stuff.
And I do. I love the way. I truly love the way. I love. Because we don't get to see that often. You know what I'm saying? You have this Black man who went through a very tough time, who has his family by his side and his father by his side. You know what I'm saying? And you can't give this man the respect to make your parents be like, look, I know I told you guys too late and y'all are upset and blah, 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 but I really need you to know this man. I love this man. I want to be with this man. This man might be the father of your children. And she can't even do that for him. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna tell you what bothers me most about all this. Okay. So we learned about Ray's passed, like in the second or third episode. She clearly knew this beforehand. When she brought the whole situation to her family, at that point, I would have been like, look, I know he's in prison right now. I know his charges may not look like the best thing, but what I need y'all to understand is where he's come from.
Mm-hmm.
This happened. His mother was murdered in cold blood. Her killer still has not been found. And then, of course, his life has gone la 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 la. I would have explained all that to him because I don't get it that her family would have still been like, writing him off if they just had a chance to know Ray's story. But she didn't even try to give them Ray's story. So that's why this episode, I could totally understand. And I also saw where Ray was like, are you embarrassed of me? Because that's the way it's coming off at. Like, if you had
Right.
really talked to your family and told them what was going on, or are you so embarrassed by Ray's background? But his background isn't anything to be ashamed of. He wasn't some kid that grew up in a mansion and then he started acting out one day. Like, no, like he's really been through some things. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's still going through things because I'm pretty sure he hasn't gotten all the help that he needed in prison.
Yeah.
So
So that was like my whole point with that. I just couldn't. It's just so annoying to me to see her get it, and then she even gets annoyed when her family's like, well, when his family's like, well, where's your family? When are we gonna get to meet
Yeah.
them? Da 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 da. And the look on her face is like, why you keep bringing this up? Like, oh my gosh, she's just so.
Because she knows she's wrong.
She's totally wrong, totally wrong. And
and
this man is actually showing you the dedication he has to you, that he
yeah,
has his family around you. And I love that they're together and that they haven't shut him out. Because he even said, I've done things to my family. And the fact that they're still here for me means a lot to me too. And that is awesome to me. And I can't express how awesome that is and how horrible it is for her to treat him that way.
Yeah.
Because if he hit her, I'm sure it would be a whole different story
right. And then
for how
it's
he moved.
also this air that she keeps putting out about herself that, like, oh, she has come from this, she has come from that. And then when she was talking to his aunt, and she was like, well, it looks like we have similar backgrounds, even though I didn't think we did it first. Like, how, like, are you afraid your family is going to do him the way you did him? Because she was clearly judging him, but she was judging him completely wrong. And so that was something else. What did you think about that from a man's perspective, Sean?
'Cause, I thought it was kind of funny because when it was in the bedroom and she was talking and she was saying how the families seems like it's on the same level, and you said it was the aunt
Mm-hmm.
was agreeing with her, and then she thought that the aunt was going to be like, "Yeah, it's okay that your family's not here," but she was like, "Nah, baby, you should have let your family come."
Yeah.
Yeah, she kept using that lame excuse talking about I don't want to overcrowd, right?
Overwhelmed.
Overwhelm, right? Like he's some puppy that you can't bring a lot of people around. I was just so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
He
I
had a
was
new
just like,
baby, and it's like, oh, it's gonna be too
yeah,
much. He's new to the world.
that's my thing. I was like, if she was a man, this would go completely different. But because she's a woman, we're allowing her to be toxic and
Yeah,
making
she's
stuff like
horrible.
this.
And then even like the fact that she gets to have him now, you see how she had him wear the shirt in
That
yeah.
real life?
and that was the tackiest shirt, and I was so mad that she got that for him, and I was even mad that he even wore it.
But
It
he
had
should have worn
said
it too. It's your new
"My
life
New
as
Life,"
well. How about
"My
that?
New Life" Chapter 1. Yeah, or
Yeah.
maybe once they got married, if they had did that, put that shirt on, that would be something cute. Like, okay, that's
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
but
new
I was
life.
just like,
Yeah, but it's like you're trying to create a new life with her now. Is that
Right.
how this goes?
So like she wants to get married and she wants him to propose, but I wouldn't propose to someone if I want to meet their family, and because I want to see what's dealing with the family, the other side, because
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you and me, we good, we tight, we all this type of stuff. But if I see how your dad might be crazy, your mom might not be all that great, you might have those same traits, and, because how she had said, "Oh, I really love your family," and he was like, "Well, too bad, I can't say the
say
same
the
thing
same.
about
yeah,
yeah, because I might not want to marry into your family."
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
I like how he checked her.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did too. Because I mean, and I think he thought his point wasn't valid, and until his dad valid
Mm-hmm. Validated it.
yeah, there you go, validated his feelings. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's how he was able to start kind of growing into the fact that, hey, I don't understand why you're not
Yeah.
uh, showing me and sharing me with your family. Like, this
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense. And then, of course, it doesn't help that she's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's not telling him that she really didn't know how it was going to end, or the fact that she didn't tell him that, because they had been dating, what, 8 months before he got out?
I think like 9 months. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you waited till the month before he's released to tell your parents. And like you said, Nene, she didn't sit there and go over the details of his life, because that's what I'm going to do. If this
Mm-hmm.
is a man I love, and I'm really hoping you don't judge him, but this is why I love him. This is why I feel this way. I don't feel like this is something he's going to keep doing. He's had this,
Mm-hmm.
he's done this. And then, especially when she saw where he came from,
Mm-hmm.
because she was even surprised that
Yeah.
he came from a good family or a good home.
Mm-hmm.
So even when she saw that, she should have
She
went
should
back
have
to
been
her
having.
parents and
Yep.
said, I just went to his parents' house. I'm even really surprised from where he came from, because I didn't even realize.
Yeah,
She
and they come from
judged
better than
him.
them.
Yeah, she judged who he was too, without really even knowing him.
But
Mm-hmm.
you know something else that I also kind of gathered from this scene? I think that Brittany is used to getting guys who are rough around the edges, and she'll bring them in, let them move in, try to act controlling and do all of these things, and they've been okay with not going around her family, not necessarily being acknowledged, and they were okay with that because she was just like, I don't see why he doesn't understand my way is the best way. I'm
Yeah.
like, why do you think your way is the best way? Unless
Right.
you've pulled this off before or tried to pull this off before. I don't understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
You
because she was
know?
like, if he just give it some time, it'll work. Like,
Right.
No, you've had 9 months. And I'm sorry, how long was he in the halfway house? What, another two?
Hmm.
So
mm-hmm.
you've had plenty of time to try and get your family on board with what was going on. But instead,
Right.
you lied to your man and you lied to your family. You're horrible.
Yeah.
Not because of what the mom don't like the fact that he's another prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because what the last prisoner did her wrong,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was abusive.
abusive. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if she was to take the time out and explain to her mom, he's not like that person.
Yeah.
She's totally different. But as a parent, and you know your child, but like, well, now you probably lying, So but I really
Yeah.
will meet the person for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. I want
Yeah,
to meet
you
the
have
person and
to.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
just can't always judge a book by its cover. Like, at the end of the day, if my daughter were to come to me and say, Mom, I met somebody in prison and da 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 da, I'd be like, well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's your life. Just make sure you're careful and da 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 da. But she has to learn what works for her. And if this
Mm-hmm.
dude really makes my daughter happy, then who am I to get in the way of that? Now,
Mm.
let's say it's the 20th dude that she's met from prison and she wants to bring around. At that point, I'll be like, yeah, the first 19 didn't work for me. I don't think you can bring around 20.
Uh,
But you
But
can't go based on one person's
yeah,
story.
I understand exactly what you're saying. But if the first person was as toxic as what they're saying, I could kind of see why
Mm-hmm.
the mom may have been saying it from like, I don't want you to think that you can keep going to these prisons, meeting these men and bringing them around. So it could have came from that maybe. But my thought process behind it would have been like, well, let me explain to my mother the type of person that I'm with. And
Mm-hmm.
then for them to also hear that not only are you dating somebody that's in prison, but you've been hiding it from us for months and
For
months.
Mm-hmm.
months. And
So
they've known
that's why
about
they're not on
Brittany.
board.
It's like his family even said they've known about her for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
She said,
they've
while he's
known
still
about her
in.
for a long time. So I just feel like it's just totally wrong. And the fact that she can't even be honest with him, you know what I'm saying, about the whole thing, because you can't lie to both. You have to, if you're gonna lie, you shouldn't be lying to the person you're supposed to be with forever. You know?
Exactly. And then lying about a man, you love this man so much. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's something else. I think sometimes single women they get caught up in wanting to just be married, but they don't realize what it's supposed to be about and the principle of finding somebody like that. So if this is the man that you have found after all of your 45 years on this earth, Brittany, and you
33.
want to have babies with him, you want to get married to him,
No, time
like,
out. Time out. Time out.
what's the
That,
problem?
that woman is 33. 33 years
She
old.
is not.
33 years old. We can't go there. Time.
I know when she
Yeah,
said
nothing
45,
again.
I was like, hold up, I thought she was in her 30s.
Hey, she had that same energy for Anissa when she was calling her old face Anissa. I mean, dang, she said
Exactly.
that in
Thank
her
you.
60s.
Well, she was telling the truth on that one, so, but
Anissa isn't only
Thank you.
51.
51, this is 62.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
some people ain't got it like that. She just aged bad. She can't help that.
Yeah, you're right, because I
She in
am
the
one.
country too. She probably outside all the time.
And she's a smoker, right?
Mm-hmm. Look, if she ain't, she look like.
They age real fast because I know a smoker, and she looked like she about 60, but I think she's in her early 50s.
Oh, I thought she was like the early 30s. I'm like, oh, that sounds like Brittany.
Yeah.
And what's sad is Brittany doesn't smoke, so why does she look so old?
I don't think she looks as old as you say she do.
I think she looks old. She's older than 33. Okay, maybe
I
I
give her
was
like
stretching
35.
it. Maybe I was stretching it with.
Yeah, don't put in the 40s club. She's not in the 40s clubs yet.
She ain't far from 40.
She's 38 and a half.
She ain't far from it. Now let's make something clear, Sean. Let's make something crystal clear. She ain't far from it. She ain't far from it.
But she ain't in. 40 is a good number. She's not in. You got to be a 40 person to be in order to understand.
30 is a good number. I've been 30 a couple of times. That's a good number.
I'm still in my 20s, so I don't know.
You don't want her in the club, huh? She got to be in the club.
We want her in the club she belongs in.
Oh, okay.
So,
Look, I don't know what none of y'all talking about. I'm in my 20s. I don't even know what that's about.
but that's my problem with her. If this is the man that
she let me have it, I'm shocked.
The rest of your life, because you know what, I just can't. I say 45, and I'm sticking with it.
I said me. I said I'm in my 20s. I was like, you let me have that? What?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that, and I'm hoping you're gonna let me have this 45 for Brittany. All right.
That's fine with the anger about that.
Okay. And so I don't understand if this is that man that you truly love like that, and then you want to have babies with him. Like, ladies, you should not be having babies by men that you do not even look at as could be your husband. So if this man is a man you're looking at as to be your husband, and you're afraid to let him meet your family, like that's a problem right there. There should be no problem there.
Nope.
It makes me wonder, are you truly ready to be a wife since you don't understand that?
Mm-mm.
Well, I think I say this all the time. No relationship should start off with lies. So your family is your family. If you feel like you have to do lies of omission or whatever to maintain that relationship, that's on you. But somebody you're planning on spending the rest of your life with, you should be honest with. And I think what she should have told him was, look, I'm sorry, my last relationship was rough. My family's not too happy about the fact that I'm dating someone who's in prison again. And it's just going to take a moment to get them used to it. That's not lying. But she's trying to make it seem like she's told her family about him, that, it's just, she's not being honest and upfront with him about that. Or if she is, they're not showing it. So it makes her look totally sketchy. And I just don't understand that. I get so frustrated with this kind of stuff with women. And I don't understand why you feel like you can't be honest with him. And he's actually seems to be a really good man. And I don't understand why you don't want to be honest with him to try and keep him around, because I have a feeling if you keep making him seem unappreciative or that you're embarrassed by him, he's he's going to bounce. And I don't think he's going to have a problem finding anyone else.
Right.
You count the days down.
Yeah, you better, I hope you get it right.
Before he get that bracelet off.
Yeah,
Before he
'cause
gets
I
that
mean,
bracelet off and
at
can leave.
yeah, and at 46 it's harder to get a husband than, at 45.
Yeah, I'm struggling at 40, so I already know.
Shoot, that's it.
I'll go find Ray. I mean, yeah, Ray.
Wait, I
I'm
thought
gonna
you
visit
wanted
Port Arthur.
Derek.
I'm actually going for Christmas.
I thought, but Johnny, I thought you wanted Derek. I thought you was
Oh,
starstruck over
I
him.
can do both. They're in different states. It's all good.
Well, okay, Nicole.
The difference being, though,
She
they
let
will
him know.
Right.
I'm with him, so just know that.
Yeah. Be like, I know you can't leave Texas, but I do have somebody who can travel. So I'll come visit you in Texas while I'm out with this one over here traveling. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. Like, she need to get it together because the whole family, like, I mean, he got such an awesome family and an awesome bond. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, you want to be, unless you're somebody who isn't family oriented, and it's obvious that she is, you would think that she'd be jumping on it to at least go tell her family about all of that too, because that's a plus.
Right.
Like, he got a great family who is a support system. They're not like they're well off. They're taken care of. Yeah, they're comfortable. They and he is legit. Like, he seems like a good dude. So it's like, if you're gonna still keep letting them believe that, and he's let you in this far, it is a slap in the face. So I really do hope that she get it together, because yeah, you don't get to meet all my family and then you still act like I'm a secret. So
yeah. And I mean, like I said, I love the fact that they're showing that, because we know that they've been editing stuff, not this particular show, but the fact that they went ahead and let in showing how awesome his family is, I think is great.
Absolutely. I think the biggest problem here is I think that Ray should have paroled to his family's house instead of going to her house first. And then maybe she would have been different about this. But I don't know that because she's so controlling.
Yeah, they would have broke up. She went and found her another prisoner.
Yeah, she would have. And like I said, I just really hope that she can just be honest. If she stops trying to hide whatever it is she's trying to hide, the person you're with, you should be able to be honest about everything without, sometimes, the honesty can hurt. And maybe you need to take a moment to just kind of, okay, I understand what you said. I don't understand why you feel that way, but this is where I'm at. This is what it is, and be done with it.
Yeah, because she's kind of treating Ray like he's a sneaky link.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you want him to be your husband. How can you treat him in that manner?
It doesn't add up. And then, of course, if this is your first wedding, you know what I'm saying? You're going to actually marry him without your parents being around. You're going to marry him without your dad walking down the aisle. She seems to me like she already has her big old fairy book wedding already. So
she's already said she doesn't want a long engagement. She
said less than a year. So if you're wanting all of that, how are you going to make all that happen and have your family be at your wedding when you can't be honest?
She's going to surprise him, say, hey, I need y'all to come over to this church at 12:30. Dad, I want you to wear this tuxedo. Remember the one I picked out?
Right.
And be there here. Everybody, I want y'all all to sit on the right side of
and I'm like, this is so weird. I wonder why.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, and then, hey, just don't say nothing. You're going to hear some music playing, Dad, and we just going to walk, okay? Pick up the pace.
The fact that sorry. I was going to say, or she could just say that he's not the same guy. Just lie. You've already been lying. No, this isn't Ray from jail. This is the Ray I met at the grocery store.
And Sean's scenario does sound like something she'd do. She'd probably blindfold her dad and be like, okay, now take 127 steps and then stop. Hey, Dad, count to 127 and stop. And then I'm going to take the blindfold off of you. Will I you know, like.
Look, and then if I was Ray, I'd have my jumpsuit on under, and as soon as the wedding's over, like, hey, like they'll be like, it is the one from jail. You like?
But I like that Ray had gave him an ultimatum because I don't like ultimatums, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
just,
like this one. I did
you know,
like this one.
like either if you love me like you say you love me, you're gonna introduce me to the people.
Yep,
But
I agree with this
But
one.
even still, she went and hid the conversation.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I'm in the
saying?
room talking like she's so scared. Like,
Mhm.
no, you trying to prove to this man something. And then
That
she
you
only
love him.
invited the dad.
Yeah.
well, you
Yeah, that mama.
know, she figured
Well,
she get dad on her side, then dad would go sweet talk mama.
Or maybe dad is gonna bring them. Maybe
Yeah,
she did that.
maybe
Like,
she's
I wonder, to be honest, if she just took her parents over to his parents' house, what would they really say? You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
probably would back off with their thought process
yeah.
on who
That he
this
just
person
used me.
is or where he
Yeah,
came from. I think they're judging him before even meeting and knowing him,
yeah.
just
yeah.
based on the situation she had prior. And I totally get that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a person that believes in the one person or the situation. I don't generalize the whole group unless the whole group has done me dirty.
Mm-hmm.
hence the trashy white women.
Hence the trashy
I'm loving it. Did her dirty.
with those blonde streaks and dark roots.
That whole
Oh
group.
my goodness. Damn them.
But yeah.
Yeah,
So
and then
it's gonna
I
be
was
interesting to see what's gonna happen with this, like for
yes,
real,
it
for
will
real.
be interesting to see. And then, did you guys catch when she said she feels like her dad won't like Ray because she's
Ankle.
working two jobs, he has the ankle bracelet, and he's not working a job at all. And when she said that, I'm kind of like, well, he can't
You
technically
can't
kind
walk.
of work right now, so he
Yeah,
needs to understand that. But you took him in knowing he had
yeah,
no job either. So who should the dad really not like
You.
out of this situation? Is you, because
yeah.
you chose to make
Yeah.
this decision.
She's
And she
just
was working two jobs before she took him in. So it
yeah,
ain't
but
like
that's
like she had to go get another job. Like she was already doing that.
but look at the narrative. What the narrative you're trying to say is this is some man who moved in without money and whatever. The narrative isn't the man just came out of prison, can't get a job yet, or he's looking for a job. You're already putting out there that he ain't gonna get a job and he ain't gonna
Yeah.
do nothing.
Well, Ray had said it when he was with his family that his next objective or his next level is to get a job and and get married and have kids. So if your dad is looking at him like that, that's your job to
To change the
Mhm.
narrative.
change that narrative. Yeah.
I think it's up to her. She'll keep him at home though. She won't let him get a job.
Oh yeah, she don't
Right.
want him out.
She
No.
doesn't want him out. But that's the
Yeah, she
part
can't.
that's annoying. Like
Yeah.
you're the one setting this narrative that he's some bum living in your house while you
Right.
work two jobs. Never
Hmm.
mind that's
Right.
what you want to do is work two jobs. It's
Yeah,
not that
because
you
you've been
have to
doing
do.
it.
So
Mhm.
Yeah.
that
But
you're
maybe she do because she living above her means.
That's
yeah,
what I
but
was about to
that's
say. That's something you're choosing to do because you want to live above your means. But
Mhm.
right. But that's like I said, the whole thing in the nutshell, you're allowing your dad to think that way
Hmm.
instead of making him realize that's not the way it is. And I
But you
have
know
a
what? I
wonderful
think, yeah, I think she likes it like that because as long as she's the breadwinner, she feels like she can control that situation. As
Mhm.
long as
yeah.
she's the one doing it, she's bringing the food in. Ray is depending upon her for food, water, and lights, so she can control him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's why.
like the whole thing, like if you have the wonderful relationship you say you have with your father, because I have one with mine, when he's thinking the wrong way or he feels like maybe I'm being taken advantage of, I point him out real quick. No, that's not the case. It's this, that, and the other. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm going to let
Hmm.
you know what it is I see. So
Hmm.
until you can break what I see, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just our relationship. I can't say everyone has that, but I do. It's just her narratives are just so wrong.
Hmm.
you act like this is a man you barely know that moved in with you. And I'm like, you
You let him move in.
you let him move in. Like, come on. She's just she's up there with Nicole almost. I'm don't
Because I'm
like
gonna
her.
go along with what you were saying, Nene, how she wants to be in control of the whole situation, got the food, everything. That's probably why she's so upset that he keep on bringing up when I'm gonna meet your parents. When I'm gonna meet your parents, because she wants to be in control of the whole situation. Like, hey, I'm paying for the bills, I'm paying for your food. Now you just hush and sit quietly. You'll meet my parents when I
And
want.
you text me when yeah, exactly. You text me when I want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that whole not working thing, like I said, I didn't like that because you're controlling the narrative, and you can tell the father what's going on. Because
can't.
my daughter, she well, never mind.
You put her on blast.
Yeah, I was, but I'm not gonna do that to her. But so yeah, we can move on.
You're making him nervous now.
Well, since Sean has told us to move it on along, I guess that was this episode. It wasn't the best episode, but sometimes, especially when you're at the end of the season. So we're at the end of the season. Next week is actually going to be a 2-hour episode. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. So hopefully, it's not just tricks with their preview. And I hope it ends up being pretty good. We see Kyle and Jeff are going to get to fighting. I feel like that's going to be a pretty interesting fight because I think both of those men can hold their own. You know what I mean? So that'll be an interesting fight. I don't think it's going to be one of those fights where, somebody's on the ground crying, or whatever. But I think it'll be an interesting fight. And Kyle, he seems a little bit rough around the edges. He's been to prison, so, he may know how to, throw them hands.
Yeah, and he's no.
No,
Kyle's the friend, right?
Yeah.
Kyle was the friend.
Did you say he'd been in prison too?
Yeah, he's been in prison.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah, he just told him
so it
that.
might be interesting.
yeah, Kyle,
Country boy. Yeah, Kyle might whoop up on him. That's why he's backing up, trying to gather the strength, tucker him out before he strikes him down.
Yeah, and then we're gonna see Deontay and Nicole and Tia. We see Tia walk up on them. So I wonder if this is gonna be the moment that's gonna be like, okay, I'm finally done with this chick, or is he ready to take some more?
Yeah, he been eating another cookie.
Yeah.
It's all about the cookie, huh? All about the cookie.
Well, I think we're gonna see that Deontay ain't gonna get no cookies this season.
no cookies.
He ain't getting no cookies. Period. Period. Poo. Period. Poo. He ain't getting no cookies. Poor thing. I feel so bad for him, man. She at least could have gave him the cookie. Like, I don't think he really want that cookie because that cookie might have an STD, but at least give him, like, wrap it up and give him some of that cookie because he deserved it. He did way more than everybody else. All they did was wait for you to come out.
Yeah.
Got the cookie. So at least give his man
there like the doll. She didn't have to enjoy it. Just lay there like the doll did.
You know what? I want it to be that she give up the cookie and he realized that cookie ain't worth his time. But she's like, "This is the best I ever had. Oh my god,
I know, right?"
We walk away.
Totally
That
surprised.
would be the best ending to that situation.
Yeah.
But the cameraman saw more of Nicole than he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have. The cameramen have.
Because
I've seen more from than he has.
Yeah, I hope he comes away thinking that Nicole is murky and what else was it? It was murky and cold and murky.
Yeah, and he said that in his confessional. Like, yeah, I was wrong about this one.
Yeah, it was cold and murky.
Cold and murky, and it is very roomy. Very spicy. I don't want no more.
I know that's right.
I wonder how Tia feels watching that and knowing she had sex with Zach,
the day
home,
before,
took a bath, and then came and
had sex with her. That was the next day.
Yeah,
because
so disgusting.
You know what they got to do because of what they are. So it's like you had me do that.
Did she even douche and try and get it all out of there?
I doubt it. She just took a little bath.
She took a bath. I didn't see her taking a shower. Yeah,
she didn't even rinse it out.
She just sat in that water.
She just sat in the freaking water.
We didn't see her take a shower after that bath, so we know you just sat in that same water and it's still up in there.
Ew.
Yeah.
And she let Tia lick it out. That's just gross.
Oh my
But I wonder what's going to happen to Nicole Jr.
I hope he throws it and burns it.
Give it a new name, man. Give it a new name.
You know what?
He paid for that.
He's gonna go home and kill Nicole Jr. Like,
wow, that torso ain't do nothing to him.
I'm not talking about like murder it like that. He's
he's gonna murder it the other way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Split it in half.
He's gonna be he's gonna take out all his frustrations on Nicole Jr.
It deserves a new name. I feel like if I was at Torso, I'd be like, I only been with you, man. You better give me a new name. I wouldn't want to be the junior of something that's been with everything. Like, come on now. I'm like, I've been faithful to you. That's been faithful. That Torso does not deserve to be Nicole Jr.
He needs to change the name to someone else.
That Torso, like, it was a virgin before him. You know what I'm saying? So now you can hear giving her the Torso that thing's name. I just can't even imagine, like, that thing, like, she giving it to everybody back to back, like
back to back. Ain't even just giving herself a 24-hour break.
No, because Zach had dropped her off that morning. She could have snuck in a quickie that morning before he.
Yeah, so it might be the same day.
Yeah, and then she talked to her mom.
Technically, it probably was the same day because he picked her up late. So if it was anything after midnight, it was the same.
It was the same day. You're right.
It's nasty.
Gross.
That's nasty.
Nasty.
And you put that on TV, girl. You put that on TV.
She was all, well, I'm just having fun, but it's like, no, you giving yourself a nasty.
Oh, you just being a hoe.
I mean, is that really how the new generation thinks? Like, that's all cool and.
I think so. You know what? I don't understand the new generation. You know what? I don't even know. Like,
that's a whole nother show for itself, girl.
Yeah, they're different.
We need wine and everything else for that show.
you need a whole lot because I mean, to even figure it out, man, I feel like
I don't even want to figure it out.
No,
I feel like Johnny, that would just make my head hurt so much. I would definitely need some wine and some cigars, and I don't smoke cigars, but I feel like I would need one.
But Reese should know about the generation. You said you're 20.
Oh, that's right.
I lied.
Oh, now you lied.
That's right.
Y'all know good and well.
Okay.
I would love to still be in my 20s. I go around 20-year-olds. I'm just lost as I don't know what. I feel like I'm about 50. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? What did that mean? What did they say? Did they speak and stop using acronyms? Why are y'all talking in acronyms? I'm like, I don't get y'all. What? Huh?
Okay,
like,
then, Sean. So if Risa can lie about her age, maybe Brittany lied about her age.
Yeah, she's probably 35. I give her 35.
45, yes, 45,
35, yeah. 3-5, a 3 and a 5.
When I was 35, I didn't look like that. Well,
I was about to say, according to you, 45 times. So how you know what 35 look like?
At one point, I was close to jumping around that number.
Okay.
And I didn't look like that.
Because you weren't 35 yet.
That's because she didn't have her ring.
I was jumping around that number, 32, 31, jumping around it,
But if she have a ring light, you'll see that she's really young. She got to have a ring light on.
I think she's going to look her true age. If she
no, he just didn't bring up the ring light.
I
forgot about that.
She uses that ring light for other things, not for, taking beautiful facial pictures.
Beautiful facial pictures. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she takes pictures of other things with that ring light.
I can't believe she put that out there, bro. But yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting crew.
Yes. So this was like I said, it was a it was a decent episode. I'm not gonna say, oh, it was just the best, but it was a pretty good episode. Can't wait for next week. So we'll have a 2 hour season finale, and then I think the next week. Oh no, it jumps right into it the very next week because next week is the 20th. That's the season finale, and then the 27th, Love After Lockup starts back up. So can't wait to see
Oh,
what
Life
happens
After
with this.
Lockup,
Life
right?
I'm
After.
sorry,
Yeah.
I did mess that up.
Yeah.
Yes, Life After Lockup starts then. So I can't wait to see that and see what's going on with the other couples and see where these couples continue because a couple of them will be on there too. So that'll be interesting to see what's going on there.
I feel
Yeah.
like I need to look at some of the old couples because I
I
have
guess
no
so.
clue.
I was just gonna ask that. I was gonna wait till we were off though. But
Mm.
yeah, I guess we need to watch some of those old episodes because I don't know who any of these people are. I did watch the beginning of one of them, the one who just had the baby, where
Oh,
Mm.
she was
Lacey.
like,
Hmm.
yeah, where she was like, we used to have sex 6 times a day. Now it's barely two. He doesn't find me attractive, bitch. Shut up.
Yeah, pretty much.
He is trying to enjoy his baby. Some of the things these women complain about just ah.
We're from 6 to 2. Woo.
Good God.
Feel like you get
Yeah, I
little.
think
Like,
definitely if you go
too much.
back and watch some, then you'll kind of understand why they're saying some of the things and doing the things that they do. Because Lacey's very sexualized. I believe she has like, she's like one of those models where you can buy her nudes and stuff like that.
Mm.
Um, if I remember right, I know she has like an
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Deontay has an OnlyFans. I don't know
I
why
don't
he
know if he's
does have
still
one.
using it though, like that.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
wondering, but I don't want to pay no money to find out.
yeah, I'm not into him to the now, Derek. If you have an OnlyFans,
Yeah, Derek, let us know. I'd get on
No,
that
she
one.
didn't. No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
no, yeah, there's just some men if they had an OnlyFans. I'm not going over there. I'm not going to Stan's OnlyFans. And speaking of hair, did y'all notice Stan's hair all of a sudden seemed darker? Did y'all notice that?
He done dyed the toupee.
I think he
Yeah, I
might
saw
have.
that.
Maybe he dyed the sides. I have to go
But
back
It was
and look.
just, it was looking weird. It was looking extra
It looked
puffy.
puffier. Puffier.
Hmm.
It was looking oilier to me.
Really?
Maybe that was a new dye. You know, somehow sometimes when you get that new dye, your hair is a little bit more oilier. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, absolutely, yes, yes. So I did notice that, and I was like, I need Stan and Lisa to get their hair together. I need them to find a
Yeah.
nice salon that does men and women's hair, and for both of them to go in there and make an appointment
Yeah.
because it's just becoming too much.
Yeah, because
Too
I
much.
need her to wear a wig until she grows it out a little bit more. That way she don't have to have those things showing like
Those
that.
little Brady thingies.
Yeah, because I don't think they're
Yeah.
supposed to show. I think
No.
they're supposed to be on the inside, like underneath the layer
Yeah,
of hair.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because like Britney Spears, her hair is like that. Sometimes when she puts it up a certain way, you can
You can
see it,
see him.
but for the most part, yeah, you don't see it except for
Yeah.
like when she puts her hair on. So I guess they didn't do
To
the
me,
wig
that
out
is that's always a trashy looking look. Because when you can see Britney Spears, usually when her makeup is all extra weird looking, and like when she pulls it up, she also got the well, no, she always had the smeared makeup, but like a lot to me, I don't know, it gives that trashy look though. Versus like how I give that to Nicole. Now hers look amazing. Nicole's looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, her weave
A
does
girl
look
looked
good.
hers up. Like I was like, but she wasn't bald when she went. So I think that's what
Right.
helped. Like I think a girl needs to let her hair grow. Like wear the wigs, let your hair grow, then go do those.
But then you saw who did Nicole's.
True. True. That's
That
true.
could be why hers looks so much better.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, all righty, I guess that's today's show. And so make sure you come back and catch us on Monday, and where we'll be doing a recap of Love After. No, we will be doing a recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. So come and catch us around 6:37ish so that you can watch our recap of that show. And thank you for sticking around and for watching today. And have a great day. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out if you want to join the crew, the Shady Crew. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.